Philosophies You Know What Dude podcast on riotcast.com.
All right, we're back, and as you can tell from my my snuffly nose, is that I was sick for the last 2 days with boogers. Yeah, I know. It's the YKWD Dude podcast, Tuesday, 3 o'clock, our regular time. Sorry if the sound's a little off, but we had some fuck-ups on the board. We're back in the studios, Riotcast Studios, above the beautiful Comedy Cellar. We have a couple announcements I'm going to make, surprise announcements I think I can make, which I'm excited about, and they're not too big, and they're actually not with me. It's with some other people. But it's, what's that? Oh, I turned your mic down.
Yeah, my mic was off.
Yeah, I know.
Is one of them my brand new show on Sirius XM Sports Zone 92, Below the Belt with Louis J. Gomez?
No.
Premiering Monday, June 29th at 8 p.m.
Oh, no, that's congratulations.
Oh, I didn't know if that was one of the announcements that you had planned.
No, it wasn't, but now I guess it is.
Oh, yeah.
You should have waited, because that would have been if you told me, I could have made that the last one.
That would have been a big one.
Yeah, now it's like the first one, everybody's going to forget it after
Scopo's getting a
ones.
haircut.
I have hair. I can do that.
You have another open micer that's going to come in.
Oh, shit. Don't
and push.
step on it.
Don't
Let us
step on.
laugh.
That was a good one.
He gets one every fucking couple episodes.
True.
You don't step on my baby girl's fucking nice one.
That's right.
All right. Well, you know who's here because of his fucking yapping mouth.
That's right. The fans are excited.
I was talking about Scopo.
Oh.
The fans are excited about what?
About the Real Ass Dude, Puerto Rican Rattlesnake, Joan Jett of Comedy, Howard Stern of MMA Radio, being back on the YKWD podcast. There's a lot of complaints.
Didn't you have a new one today?
I thought you had
The Ultimate
something else.
Minority, that's kind of getting in there. There was somebody else called me. Oh, the Nancy Grace of Comedy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Just a fucking
It was a-
cunt-faced
a
asshole.
A lot of yelling. A lot of
highbrow
yelling.
joke. I didn't really get it. I laughed like I got it.
It's not a compliment.
No.
A Nancy Grace of
thought it was
comedy
an
is not a
artist
no.
of
It's
some
not a
sorts.
compliment. No, it's not a compliment at all. Scopo, why don't you go around the room and tell everybody who is here?
All right. To my right, we have a very funny comedian. I think it's the second time on the show.
Yeah.
The
They already
last time
announced me. I've been
Lewis
on plenty of times.
was hosting.
What?
Casey
Yeah,
Balsham, everybody.
Casey.
Very
Balsham.
funny
Casey
comedian.
Balsham.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the YKWD. Is this your first time on the show? You look
Second.
very second. Oh
The
yes.
Second, but you weren't here. It was just Lewis.
Okay, sorry about that. And I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Now,
I forgave both of you, so
now,
we're doing okay.
now you're actually on the show. How was it
Yes.
with just Lewis?
It was fine. It was very fun. It was
You
him and
sound like his
Lawrence.
wife.
I know. It was just okay. It was great.
What the fuck? Is that your new technique? You fucking stonewall
Stone-faced.
people?
No, I learned that technique from you. I don't laugh at people smashing me.
I fucking laugh. Are you crazy, dude? I get smashed all the time.
Well, yeah, but
have you listened to the show at all?
You have taught me that you don't have to help the people smash you.
Not all the time,
Yeah.
but sometimes. When it's a good one. That was a pretty good one.
okay.
On her part, it was
She said
good.
I was fine, and then you said you sound like his wife. And I was like, oh.
No, Lewis was great. Lewis was very great. He's a
It's the
very
beginning of the show. Let's get warmed up, all right?
Guys, I'm a professional. I have a show coming out June 29th on Sirius XM
You're not
Sports
going to
on
announce
92.
it. You're not announcing it the whole show.
What?
You're not. That's not. You're not fucking plugging it every
Hashtag
second.
below the belt, guys. Below the belt.
I didn't mean to smash you.
Hashtag won't be on again for a long time.
Hashtag one and only.
Hashtag done. All right, so we got go around the room, announce everybody.
Then we have Louis J. Gomez. Everyone knows that.
Okay.
And then we have a first-time comedian, Tim Dillon, on
What's
the
up,
show.
Tim? How you
Thank you for
doing?
having me, guys. Yeah,
You
very
got it,
excited
buddy.
to be
Where you
here.
from, man?
Long Island.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Long Island.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Long Beach.
Well, I always say it's harder to be from New York and do comedy in New York because you had to come up here so people know you as the new guy.
Well,
and you gotta,
you came up a little bit in Long Island, and
Right.
then you came into New York City because that's where it was.
right.
That's where a lot of it, is happening. You can't really stay out in Long Island. Some people do.
Right. Some
Stay
people
out there
forever.
for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, lifetime.
And they think, but they'll argue that things are going to happen out there, like the industry is coming out there.
Oh, it does come out there.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Industry Thursday.
Yeah.
Tim, you have fucking like Nick DiPaolo, Artie Lang voice. He's
Yeah,
like
I
an
have
old
a
man.
good voice.
I do
was
have
just
a.
thinking that.
It's not a melodic voice.
No, I
This is
love it.
pretty
It's good.
rough.
It's a
No,
great
yeah.
voice.
It's like if you went to an OTB,
Yeah.
you were getting like gambling advice. This is the voice
Yeah.
you would get it in.
What's it on TV?
Yeah. If you got, we've been having a little sound problem, so if you can't hear yourself, please just turn your headphones up, and it will fix it for you guys here. Okay.
We actually had that in Hammerfisting yesterday. The headphones, the one pair of headphones dipped all the way out
Yeah.
on the show. We didn't know what to do, so I took those headphones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Anyways. Yeah, I got fucking deathly ill this weekend. I was sneezing and sneezing and sneezing, which I kind of like for some reason. I like sneezing, and then I was like,
Did you do karate?
yeah, I do karate every
Yeah.
time I sneeze. I do. I think it gets all my energy up. Like I could punch through a wall when I sneeze. That's what I'm building up to. That will be my X-Men fucking. Why'd you send me
Alrighty.
down the road?
I don't know.
Fuck you. I blame him for
You
that
went
one.
down it pretty hard, though.
Yeah, but I
Jeez.
know.
Woo.
But you sent me. But fuck you, dude.
I threw
Give
it out
damn.
there. I threw it
You
out
should
there.
cut it in half.
No way. That was all
There
you
was, there was a setup. There was a setup to fucking bomb. You
You're a professional
sneezing?
comedian, you know.
Well, you're right. And you're not. No. You're part time.
I am, because I had to work this morning. So I know.
Hey, yeah, I got fucking disgustingly ill. I went to Austin Thursday and Friday for the ATX Television Festival, where we premiered Sex and Drugs for the first time in front of a live studio audience. And it was, and then we did the red carpet shit. Have you done red carpet stuff? You've done it, right?
Not real red carpet.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. It's fucking weird.
You, but by the way, I feel like you only asked me that because you know the answer was no, and you wanted to accentuate my.
I swear to God, I didn't. I thought you. Have you done any red carpet?
No, not.
Have you done any red
In
carpet?
Long Island, no. There was
Sure,
no,
they- I thought
there's
the industry
no
goes out
red
there.
carpet on Merritt
Well, I didn't
Road.
want to sound like a fucking asshole. I thought that you might have done it with something you've done. No. Dude, you have 19 fucking
Podcasts.
names. You have fucking. You're the next. You're the biggest thing in comedy. You're the Joan Jett. I mean, I thought you would. If the real ass dude hasn't been on a fucking red carpet, then all your names are lies.
That's not true. That has nothing to do with it. My
What?
names have nothing to do with red carpet premieres.
The Joan Jett of comedy.
I haven't been on fucking.
the Nancy Grace of
I
comedy.
haven't been on TV shows yet. Really, not so much. They don't have a TV show for fucking Access TV's Gotham Live. There's no red carpet.
Which
They
you
should
did very
have
good
one.
on, by the way.
Thank you very much. I killed it.
You did.
Guys, you can go
very-
see that on my YouTube page.
Yeah. Anyways, basically what it is, you guys will all do them. I've just started doing them legitly. I've done them before, but kind of weird stuff. Now it's, it's a weird thing to do because you're standing there and there's these people. There's like, you kind of get corralled and there's usually a show in front of you or more famous people in front of you.
Yeah.
And they're going through and then you're kind of sitting there waiting. And some handler has you, and you're just kind of sitting there waiting, and you're
That
trying.
wasn't red carpet, Bobby. You were on a farm. They were herding you with the rest of the cows.
A handler.
It was pretty. I mean,
liked it.
I thought it was good.
They're pussies. By the
They're
way,
not pussies. They're first. This is the first time.
tell your story. I have some complaints about the show.
This is the
After
first
the
time.
story.
Can I go into your fucking show?
Yeah, let's get into it. I'd love to.
I would love to get into Real Ass Dude. Boring, dude. I want to use your Real Ass Dude. I want to bottle it and sell it at Rite Aid for people who can't sleep. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I can't believe you have a fucking TriCaster for that show.
The Real Ass Podcast.
That show
is-
should be filmed on an
The
iPhone
Real Ass
3.
Podcast is fucking
It's a
slowly but surely coming up. The fans
Yeah.
are engaged. The
Yeah.
fans love it.
Yeah.
And it's a little different than this. It isn't the same type
It's
of
a
thing.
little
as
different
this.
than all of them.
No, it's not.
No, it's good. I love it. It's a I don't know what it is, but it's hilarious.
In fact, what I want to
I can guarantee you one thing about that show.
What?
You won't laugh. Look, he's your co-host. That's the guy who's with you on the show.
Not
Thought it
for
was
long.
funny. I watched that thing for
Yeah, I'm getting a
49
boot.
minutes, and I went. I literally had to snap myself out of it. It was like watching CNN at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, we get a little
Podcast?
real. Yeah, the Real Ass Podcast.
It's not real. It's fucking you yammering at two open micers.
Yeah.
I did listen to the one. You were just yelling at somebody, weren't you?
Oh, where I got into the argument with that
yeah.
guy?
I really want to know the name too.
I can't say the name on the show.
Anyways,
Will you tell me
but
after?
we the cow joke, right? So the red carpet thing. Some people fucking do that shit. Like Dennis Leary, fucking just this knows how to fucking do it. I just want to say foul shit. I gotta keep don't say fuck, don't say this, don't say that, because there's these little people and down at their feet, and I literally, if there's a screen capture somebody got of me of just fucking this angry face staring off into the distance.
Scowling.
Because I'm trying now. Mindy Tucker, who is awesome, who just did my new headshots, who everybody in New York knows. She said, okay, when you're taking photos on a red carpet, make sure you bend at the waist and stretch your neck out a little bit, and you won't look as fat. I was like, how do I not look as fat in these things?
Which neck and which waist?
So, all right.
Oh, whatever.
I know, but you're trying too hard now. You're like a Twitter fan now.
Okay, oh really? I'm supposed to sit here like Tim and fucking whatever her name is and stare at you while you tell the story?
Whatever her name is. That's not nice.
Oh God, he is not. He's not nice.
He's not nice.
You don't bring me here to be nice. You brought me here to fucking shake my rattle.
No, I did. I didn't bring you here to be an asshole. Jesus Christ,
You're being a shit.
So, anyways,
There's the problem with women too on this show. They don't. I said whatever her name is. I'm about to call Tim fat for the next hour. Please,
Yeah.
that was nothing. You have no idea, Casey. Jesus Christ.
I like being bullied with my name being used.
Yeah,
I feel a lot better about it. I envy your position of that chick.
It's like it's like I know you know my name. That's why it's just so stupid.
That's why it's
'cause it
a
wasn't
joke, you retard.
wasn't
Exactly.
funny.
hey.
Here we go.
All right, I have a cousin that's retarded.
God.
All right,
I used to
step
work
off.
with
Now you're going too far. All right, me cattle, he's fat for the next, and her whoever. Now you're going too fucking far.
All right. Sorry. I won't make fun of anybody anymore on the show. That's what we do. I'm sorry, Casey. We get to sit here.
Oh, you do know her name.
Casey, you don't get to
You
get
know her name?
No, Casey's above getting made fun of on the show.
Casey.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I'm not above getting made
No,
fun
we're all
of.
fucking friends here. We're all fucking. I got so many complaints about the show right now. Finish your fucking red carpet story.
So, anyways, on the red carpet, the thing is, let's get out of it. Let's get out of it. Here's my problem. I'm just getting to it real quick. I did the bend over at the waist. I did the stretch the neck out. Every shot that they put on the internet was from the side. Some fucking douche. So it's just me
Crouching.
leaning. It looks like I'm taking a shit and just my side neck. It's like, how do you take care of that, Tucker? How do you
Right.
take care of the side photo, asshole?
You had another problem one time with a person. They took a picture of you from the side on stage. On this show, you talked about it.
Yeah.
And I just realized this. Most pictures aren't from the side. 99% of the pictures that are being taken of you are from the front. And you're happy with them. You're just bitching because like 1 out of every 1,000 photos is from the side.
What photo is
They
been taken
can't-
from the front?
I'm just saying you can't complain.
No. Here's how photographers take pictures when people are on stage. They go to the side because they can't go in the front because there's no place to go. But the side, they crouch down on the side and they shoot up. The last thing, and you should know because you're a fucking ex-fatso, fatty, fatty.
That's right. X, baby. X. Guys, go to realizedude.com. Check out the Realize Diet.
I tried to offer.
New book
I
available.
tried to offer Lewis cookies one time, and he knocked them out of my hand.
I said, I don't know your fucking name. Get these cookies out of my face.
He called me a bitch.
It's just protein.
Threw
It's
my
a realized
Nilla away.
diet. It's protein.
You did,
No,
but then
it's-
you looked at me. You did feel sorry afterwards.
I know.
I was literally like,
because
I
you're
would
the
fucking
sweetest
eat
girl ever.
them.
She's from LA. She just moved here.
Yeah, and you treat her like shit right out of
she's
the
a
gate.
female, so she's not used to this type of fucking. Just busting balls. It's New York
Stop
busting
hitting her.
balls.
Why are you hitting her? Dude, Lewis, stop physically attacking the women. I would love if that got out and that's what took him down.
I was like, I did this podcast.
And I did all this in
Assaulted.
slow motion, Chappelle slow-mo, and I had Deepu added sound effects, like a bone crunching. Listen, what's your problem
No,
with the
they're
show?
fun.
Let's get into this. You have a couple, right?
I have a few problems, man. I think they're really all Chris Scopo, though. If we just.
First of all,
If it all boils kind of down to Chris Scopo not being a very good producer of the show.
I think Chris is a very good producer of the show. He stepped up. Kelly, here's what you have a problem with everybody who sat in that seat. Let's put it that way. Everybody who sat in that seat, you've had a problem
That's
with.
not true.
Absolutely. And you're the only person on the show that has a problem with somebody, the producer of the show.
No, because
nobody else has
Dan
ever come
Soder
here.
is spineless, and he doesn't.
Why does Dan? So Dan is with
Dan
you on
wouldn't
this.
say anything.
But he's with you on this.
Yes.
All right, so Dan is. You've talked about this with Dan. Okay, so
I
you
won't
have-
say that
so
I
you have
talked to
one.
Dan about it.
No, that's what you're saying. So Dan Soda.
Fine. Dan, Joe List, Joe DeRosa.
You've talked to Joe.
I talked to all three of them about
you
it.
don't talk to Joe
They're
DeRosa about
all
the show.
in they're really upset about the state of the podcast. State of the podcast address. That's today's show.
Okay.
State of-
That's not the name of the show because you
Name of
don't
the show. Write it down, everyone.
write this down. Last episode.
And by the way, I would say, hey, in the chat room, go write it down. But apparently, you fucking Nazis banned people from the chat.
Never blocked anybody except for you.
That's not true.
the best thing.
You blocked Fuck Yo TV because we're bonding.
didn't.
We're bonding about it on
Did you
Reddit.
block him?
I did block him, yeah.
Why?
He was
Because you
he was
should-
doing a number of things. He was
You're an-
distracting the chat room.
You're an idiot.
No,
You're an
I
idiot,
like Fuck
Deepu.
Yo TV. You
He's an
don't
idiot.
have to block him.
He was distracting the chat room too
Can I
much.
say
and I
something?
feel like that's,
What's up?
You have to moderate the chat room. It
No.
has
That's
to be-
Deepu's
No.
chat room. You don't
No.
fucking tell him how to run his
it's
chat
not,
room.
It's not my chat
Bob,
room.
here's the thing.
you-
You're too famous, Bob. You've gone too far. You're now on the border, on the brink of being a TV star,
Yeah,
dude.
what's up?
I'm a podcasting celebrity. We're in different worlds, and you were here, dude. It's changed.
Just shut the fuck
world
up.
is shifting.
I want to hear what you three girls have been talking about.
So Deepu, first of all, should not be kicking people out of your chat. Okay, he shouldn't be. Able
Well,
to,
no, I told him to block you, and then he said, "I said, did you block him?" And he said, "No." And I said, "You do what I tell you to do." And then he blocked you, and I was like, "Did you really block him?" He's like, "I did." And I'm like, "Don't block him." But then we left you
That's
blocked.
infuriating.
But exactly, you know how we feel with you
The chat-
when you shake a rattle and you go off on tangents.
the chat has a life of its own.
I know,
okay?
and you know what? And the chat master, who is Deepu, fucking gave you a nice hot block. Nothing
How many people have
makes
you
me
blocked from the
happy.
chat, Deepu?
You and Fuck Yo TV. That is it.
That's it,
That's
guys.
it.
If you're
Fuck
listening to
you,
the
And I
show,
felt really
Can I
bad
say
about
something? Fuck Yo TV. Wasn't he always?
Yeah, he's always there. He's always participating, but
Right.
you know he's changing the subjects. You know, a lot of the time he's distracting
it
the audience
doesn't
from
matter.
the show.
You're an idiot. Here's why you're dumb. The chat room, there's like another show while the show's
Hey,
going
no-
on. Let me say this, please.
No, I won't let you say this. Here's
My
the thing.
fingers?
Some people, what you do, and I've done it to my own chat room. Okay, the show going on, and I've come into the chat room while the show is happening when I'm not here, and I had like a guest host. I hijack the chat room. Now it's all about me when it should be about the show going on.
You're not.
When you
you
went
won't
in
even let me say what I was going to say.
you went into the chat room and hijacked it
Not
into
true.
your thing. What was he doing?
He was just, you know, the fact he's there is enough to distract
Make
other
everybody
people's
Okay,
chat room.
hold on, time out. Bert
You're a
Kreischer,
fucking-
time
you're a
out. Shut
fucking
up, shut
terrorist.
up. Bert Kreischer came into the chat room
Don't
on
tell people to
YKWD.
shut up like people supposed to
No,
listen.
I'm in the
What are
middle
you,
of a statement.
What are you, a fucking... Stop bullying people, you
I'm not
fucking...
bullying people.
Shut the fuck up,
By the way,
shut the fuck
it's been
up.
5 minutes since I said... I haven't even been able to say my first
Put your
problem.
finger
'Cause
down.
Every time I bring up something,
I
you
think you got
guys fucking...
shredded, and now you start yelling at people.
You guys fucking bully
Go
me
ahead.
out of my
What are you
points.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Don't use my bully against me.
No, you're bullying me. You're a bully pointing your fucking fat bully finger at me like I'm the bully.
Oh, you had a fat finger 8 months ago.
Now it's muscular.
Go ahead.
See that? I'm doing finger crunches right now.
I can't wait till you fat.
See that in the
again.
chat? Get on the fucking chat.
Go ahead. What do you want?
So the chat room
Yeah.
has Bert Kreischer comes in the Legion of Skanks chat room all the time. Yeah, it's a big fucking deal. People
Yeah.
get pumped about it.
Yeah.
You start chatting with people. The chat room has a life of its own while the
does.
show is going on.
I agree with
okay,
you, yes.
when people are watching the show or listening to the show,
Yeah.
they're also looking at porn. They're also reading blogs.
Yeah.
They're also doing a million other things. The fact
With your
is,
fucking with your fingers, you're
I'm
hypnotizing
part
me.
Italian.
Well, just can you not do that finger? You keep yeah, sit on them.
hands.
God,
Can I just
We
say
try-
that?
I don't think. I think you should have blocked. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Well, on this show, we use the chat room a little differently. We read lines from them, specifically like during a segment of the show. On your show, they don't necessarily do that.
I guarantee everyone in the chat right now is agreeing with me.
I don't think that you should have. Can I say what? This is what I think. I don't think you should have blocked Fuck Yo TV. You shouldn't block somebody who's been in the chat since the beginning.
He's a huge fan.
Hey, shut up. Shut the fuck up, you.
You're bullying me.
I know.
You just stopped me from
Yeah.
doing that.
It's my show. I don't think you should have blocked him.
It's a temporary
And
block.
your block was a joke. I don't think it's a. You should unblock him, and you shouldn't block him. Not from the chat room. Your
people-
joke was a
hold on,
fun.
if people aren't talking about the topic in the show, if they change the subject for a minute, you'll be like, you'll fucking block them and try
Okay,
to...
listen, I'm gonna be real with you.
That's
People-
psychotic.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be real with you. People
Yeah.
are just bringing up LOS like crazy, you know, and it's distracting
hold
to
on,
the show.
time out.
So
So they're
what?
bringing up Legion of Skanks, so
They
you
are.
block them for bringing up Legion of Skanks?
Why is that? Why is that a
I
problem? though?
started to because
Legion of Skanks was born out of this show. That's why Legion of Skanks is popular now, is because this show existed.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Just like
Oh,
Opie,
go
if
ahead.
people start talking about Opie and Anthony on fucking this show, you wouldn't be like, oh, they can't block. No, dude, it's all it comes from that.
isn't it like a radio? Isn't it customary in radio to like not
Put yourself
bring up
on
other
TV,
shows?
please, so people can see you.
I don't have that set up right
Okay,
now. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
But isn't it customary on radio to like respect, or actually it's more like on TV? You know, you don't bring up other networks. You don't talk about other shows during
What?
the show.
Not if we're friends, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, this last episode was the first time it happened.
I'm
You
trying
had
to
a-
get Bobby Kelly to host for Big J next week on Legion of Skanks because
Yeah.
Big J's out of town. He's going to come and host the show.
I would have to listen. Here's the deal. I know what Deepu's doing, and I understand it.
Podcast terrorism.
No,
little bit.
What he's trying to do is he's trying to brand this as his thing and our thing, and I understand it. But look, if people are bringing up Legion of Skanks or Opie and Anthony or the Kumia show, look, we support all those fucking shows. Anybody who's on this show and then grew a podcast out of this show or has their own, we support them. Legions of Skanks, Jay, Dave, even this fucking animal.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I joke about Real Ass Dude, but I mean, I support his fucking boring podcast if he wants to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if that's the fans showing up in that chat room, if that chat room becomes that, then that's what it becomes. And the way to change that, or if it changes, is that's a organic thing that happens.
I would understand.
It's not like it's like blocking people on Twitter for me. I only if you follow me and if you're trying to be funny and I get it. If you don't follow me and just being a dick, goodbye, fuck off. But if you're a fan of mine, you want to come in and talk about his stupid show, or what if they were talking about like he's anybody, Kumia's podcast, or Artie Lang's, and that's all it was.
But
but I get what you're doing. You're being.
Yeah.
You understand where he's coming from. He's being protective of this show
to
because
block somebody from the chat.
he shouldn't have done that.
By the way, hold on. Let me say this. On Reddit, that guy went on Reddit and said, "Dude, fuck that show now. I'm not going to go listen to the show anymore."
First of all, I don't care about that.
He got blocked.
Listen, I don't care. Don't threaten me with your fucking fan shit. If you don't want to
Me
be
personally?
no, I don't like when people threaten me. I'm not your fan anymore because
but hold on,
hang on. Let me say this. Don't fuck with my life. Don't fucking treat me like shit. Okay? Don't be a fucking asshole to me. And then when I respond to that, threaten me with I'm not your fan. Fuck you. Hang on. You weren't a fan to begin with. Because if you're a fan, the immediate response, oh shit, dude, I was just kidding. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I fucked up.
Thanks, Case.
You understand? That's the fucking, so his fucking, he wasn't a fan of mine.
That's not, you're
He's not a fan of mine. Don't threaten me with,
it's not you, Bobby.
Don't threaten me with your fucking fan shit.
Bobby, hold on.
On top
You're
of
making
that,
my fingers move.
you shouldn't, you don't block anybody without me saying block them.
This is my point that I'm making, though. Okay, you're letting these guys make decisions for your show that aren't necessarily the right. I don't think that's the right decision.
Doesn't matter. But it's fine. He can make those wrong decisions, and it comes out. It comes out in the wash, and that's fine because he wasn't coming from fuck Bobby. He was coming from let's make sure this podcast.
Yeah, it's a little power trippy. It's a little power trippy to go and block a person in the chat.
No, this is just how you see it. YouTube actually recommends that when you do live events, you do moderate it because chat just gets out of hand.
Because if somebody's spamming, yeah, dude. Obviously, if somebody's posting, they're fucking like, go to my website. Go to my website.
Yeah,
hey, no,
go to LOS. Go to LOS. That's what the chat room's fucking saying.
That's not what that guy's saying.
Yeah, that's what that's all the fucking comments were.
I've seen Kumia. I've seen fucking O&A block people, hang up on people.
I've seen. There's a reason. There's a line. I'm saying that's not the line.
Well, how do you know the line? Well, how do you know his line? Why is your line the right line?
I'm telling you my line.
Okay, but why is that the fucking right line? Why is that the right line?
I'm saying
why is the way you believe?
Why is the way you believe?
Because it's my show.
So did you ask me my complaints or not? Do you not
no,
want
but
me to
I'm
give
saying
you my
that
complaints?
You're giving them like they're facts.
That's
ridiculous.
Hold on.
You said there's a line. There's a fucking line. There's not a fucking line.
You can decide where your line is all you want. I personally don't believe.
I think that if somebody above me did the same thing, I don't think you'd have a problem with it.
What do you mean?
I think if Anthony Cumia just blocked somebody because they were doing the same thing, you'd laugh at it, think it was funny.
That's not true. Are you crazy?
You would think it was. You'd think, "Oh, dude, that was bullshit."
If Anthony Cumia, if one of his fucking guys, if Rat or one of his fucking producers was blocking people in the chat because they were chatting away in the chat and they weren't doing anything that was legitimately disruptive to the fucking show or being hateful toward the show. This guy was a fan of the show. My understanding, I don't even know what you blocked him for. All my understanding was this guy was complaining and he was going, "Hey, dude," and all I said to him was, "Dude, yeah, they blocked me too. I'm going to bring it up on the show."
Right.
Because I was fucking blocked from the show.
Yeah, but you were blocked as a fucking gang.
I don't know what I was blocked as until you just told me that. So I'm coming.
You really think I would have you? Hang on 1 second. Stop. Be fucking intelligent right now. Do you think I would block you from my chat?
Yes.
And then have you on my show?
Yeah, it's a separate thing.
No, it's not.
Dude, block me from the chat. I still cannot go to the chat. I'm blocked.
It's definitely you're definitely allowed now.
But it was a gag.
Yeah.
For you, the other guy, I'm telling you right now, you should never ever block anybody. I'm the one. You know what I'm saying?
All
Or
right.
at least go, dude. This is why I want to block a guy.
So, Bobby, you completely agree with me.
I do agree with you that he
So
shouldn't have
what are you
blocked
talking
somebody.
about?
I just don't like when you fucking say shit like it's fact.
What are you
Can we-
talking
can
about? I'm
we
giving
light
my
this topic
opinion.
and move on?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fuck you, Scopo. You're my
No, wait,
biggest
this-
problem with the show.
All right, what's
What's
his problem?
what's your problem with me?
This is
Scopo
great.
stinks
What's your
at
problem
me.
with me? What's your
Wait a
problem
minute,
with me?
Wait a minute. I'm not the problem.
You're the best. You are unfucking believable, Robert. You're one of the most talented performers I know in the world.
Then you know what? Fuck Deepu and... No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. What's your problem with him?
Tim, can you please say something?
I am angry. I don't know why, but I'm also angry.
Good.
I'm mad at that someone got blocked. I think the integrity of the show is in question.
Excuse me, what's your name?
I don't
I'm,
know.
yeah, I
No,
don't
yeah.
even know anymore. I thought you told me we were going to talk about rape. I was
feel
into
I
it.
want to talk about rape now. I wish the topic was rape.
Well, you gotta
I would
understand
feel
though.
more
Here's the deal.
connected to
Here's
it.
the deal. When Lewis comes
Yeah,
on, you
yeah.
understand? This happens. If you
Right.
go back through the history of the show,
Right.
and listen to every show that Lewis is on,
Yeah.
there's some turmoil with somebody
That's
on
not
the
true.
show. Go back.
Bobby,
am I-
go back in the history of the show and watch
Yes.
Bobby project all of his own insecurities and things that he does with other people onto me and his friends.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You've
I
read.
thought I was perfect though. You just told me I was
Well,
the shit.
don't say things like that.
But you just
and
wait a
then
minute.
my real feelings come out when you say things like that.
What are you talking about?
You're the only person I know that's ever had a problem with Joe List, the nicest person in the world.
Well, okay.
Okay.
What was the problem with
We-
Joe?
we-
I don't
had-
remember. I know you guys were arguing for like 2 weeks.
We didn't argue for 2 weeks. We had one thing, and then we called each other up and talked about it, and we fucking dealt with it, and he understood it,
Bobby,
and I understood it.
I'm so
one
sorry.
time.
I'm so sorry. We're fighting with each other right now when this is about Chris Scopo and
You're right.
Deepu.
Let's go to Scopo.
I'm sorry.
Go back to Scopo.
Scopo's a shitty producer for the show. Kelly Fasuka was a shitty person, but she wasn't a shitty producer for the show.
What do you? What? All right, define that.
Like, here's the thing. Scopo's a better comedian and a better person than Kelly.
Yeah.
But Scopo is a nightmare of a producer.
Right.
Very uncreative. A little
Jesus.
bit. He's too in his own head about the way he fucking looks. Dude, I've been trying to get. I've been trying.
Wait
to,
a minute. Stop.
What?
Are you saying because he's worried about? Stop making muscles.
Sorry.
I will cut off your arms in the shot.
Sorry.
It'll just be your lip. Your fat
I
person
just want you to
lip.
always know how powerful I am before you start yelling at me.
Still. Ah, man, it really makes. I just gotta get back into shape one more time. I just have to. I remember there was a point, I think 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, where you actually, we were both losing weight.
Yeah.
I passed you.
Christmas Day.
And
I
you
weighed
weighed
like 4 more pounds than you.
You weighed more, and I was like, I'm doing it. And then I don't know what happened. I would have just kept going, and I would have beat you to this.
Yeah.
And you probably would have fucking spiraled out of control.
Did you just do diet, or were you exercising? as
Just
well?
diet,
Like just cutting out everything?
cutting out sugar and grains.
I used to work for a
Can you
diet
give
in LA where you get to give people pregnant lady hormones, and then it sucked all the fat out. So I can hook you up if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
You can get me pregnant lady hormones?
So basically, it tricks your body into thinking that you're pregnant.
Yeah.
So that your body, like, you
I look
feed off
pregnant.
your own fat.
Yeah, I think our bodies already
Does
think that
anybody
we're
want to tell
pregnant.
me
He's
I'm
already
pregnant?
tricked humanity into thinking he's pregnant.
That was a
But
way
no,
better way of saying
but
it.
like you literally. So
I
your
tried to jump
body-
on the grenade and it didn't.
Yeah, it's interesting. Your body thinks you're pregnant, so it feeds your fake baby with your own fat, and then you just pee it out.
Did you
It's
unblock the other
incredible.
guy?
Those blocks are only for that day, so they can come back. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, how much does this cost? Am I going to grow? Am I going to
No,
have a baby?
there's no
Am I gonna-
hormones that happen. I mean, you go on like the lowest calorie diet, but because you're eating your own fat, like you don't get hungry. So you go for like 21 days and you eat the certain
Bob.
diet, and you give yourself a little shot.
I know, but can I just hear
Don't-
it?
You're never
I just want
gonna
to hear
do
it.
it.
Dude,
I
It's
just
so-
want to hear it.
It was really interesting to me because, like, I mean, I could see it work. I mean, I'd see people be like, I'm hungry, like, you know, I'd see all the
Right.
problems and everything with it, but yeah, like I was giving people shots of B12 in the ass. Like I'm so not qualified to do that. And
Wow.
showing people how they're like diabetic needles, and you put just a little bit of this hormone. It doesn't give boys boobs. It doesn't make you like.
And it just makes you thin.
whinier, and it just takes your fat and you flush it.
Just really.
You pee it out. You drink like 3 liters, like 3 big old bottles of water. And
What do I
that's
eat?
just
What
your-
do you
These are
eat?
B12 shots, you're
No,
saying?
No. That went along with it so that your energy wasn't down because you're not eating
How many
carbs
shots?
and
How many
sugar.
shots do you get?
You do a shot a day, and it's just like
So I have
a
to
little,
see you every day.
You're
Or-
doing
You would
anabolic
do your own.
steroids.
Yeah.
I'm so close to fucking
No.
doing that, dude. I am
Stams and all.
I am so
Bobby's
close
on
to doing
test.
fucking an Avengers fucking just a steroid run just to get like.
Let's get some HGH.
Look up
I want to do some. I'm telling you, dude. I would
can
love.
get some HGH.
I'm not gonna really look at you. Fucking Lewis. How is Lewis the only one that cares about me?
HGH isn't. They're not terrible.
All
For
right,
it.
so let's go back to your gripes. I like this. A lot of you guys hate the YKWD.
I don't hate YKWD at all.
no,
I'm a
you-
fan. That's why I go and listen to it with my son, and I go in the chat.
No,
and I
you
engage
listen
with
because you have
people.
nothing to do.
Nobody talking about. I listen because
all right,
I'm
listen.
a fan of Robert Kelly's.
Here's the
I'm not
deal.
making this up, dude. I started listening to the show before I was on the show.
I understand that. Listen, so all the guys, Dan, Joe,
both Joes.
Joe DeRosa,
Yeah.
hate the show now.
Well, these are all their grapes. I will speak for everybody.
You're speaking for everybody.
I'm speaking for
you
everybody.
understand that I am now Joe DeRosa, Dan Soda, and yourself.
Yes.
You're done with my friendship. I'm done with all of you.
You know, if that's
done.
what it has to take to save the YKWD podcast, then I guess all of us are going to
Okay,
have to be
good,
done with
good.
their friendship.
Did
okay?
all those guys? Were all those guys producers at some point, or they were just on all?
No,
the
they're all
time or
regulars.
something,
they're all
right?
fucking.
They were all regulars.
They were all
yeah.
nobodies, and then I had them on the show, and they became somebodies, and now they're you know that's what happens in the
Right.
wild. They turn on you.
Why?
When
No,
the,
we're not
when the
turning-
young lions, and then I'm kind of an older lion. One of my eyes doesn't work right. My mane is kind of ripped
And
off.
they're like,
Yeah, I got like a scar going across my mouth. I
You're the
really
lion
can't-
that loses to the zebra in the video.
these guys are all fucking. They're gonna kick me out of the pride. I'm gonna have to go fucking roam the desert. With my podcast
fucking
with Deepu and
Hiding
fucking,
inside of an elephant carcass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
For shade.
Yeah, we got it.
Something else. Other animals.
More examples. More.
There you go.
examples.
Whatever.
So-
You know what? These guys should just get the bomb bandana for just sitting here and not even attempting jokes.
I'm trying to get mad. I'm trying to choose a side. I haven't decided
Tim,
which side.
pick a fucking
I
side
haven't
and be
decided which.
funny.
I think I'm gonna go with Robert. I don't know though.
You motherfucker.
I gotta think
Tim.
I gotta side with him. I don't know.
I'm not even
I've
against
never
him.
been on hammer fisting.
He's been on.
And I want to be on that MMA podcast. I don't know anything about MMA, but I feel like I could add something. I know very little about this podcast fight. Like the internal. I should have more opinions.
I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was
I don't know the
but there was a current.
I wish Coco
undercurrent.
had told me like you're gonna get in
I
a
wish
fight.
I knew we were getting
You
into a
gotta have
fight.
the fight, and you gotta choose a side.
But here's the
know
thing,
the
Tim.
history
You
of
don't,
that.
look, I'm not against Robert. I don't
Yeah.
want this to be misconstrued.
I didn't
because
know there
feel
was
like-
an undercurrent of hatred and resentment towards me.
Yeah.
I thought I am not perfect.
No one's perfect.
I try to
That's not true.
I try to be I try to do the right thing.
Sure.
As much as I can. I'm definitely flawed. I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict.
Yeah.
I'm a fucked up person. I'm the first to admit it. But apparently, with these guys,
No, it's not you,
It's not you,
Robert.
it's Scopo, though. It's-
Scopo
yeah, it's-
ruining the show.
No, because there's another undercurrent that we might not get to today. But between Dan, Joe DeRosa, and these guys, and this guy here, the rattlesnake, apparently there's
By the way,
something.
I have never heard any complaints from Joe or Dan.
Well, apparently they don't talk to you because they
Yeah.
They
feel
don't.
like-
They don't
They don't-
like you.
they don't like me?
They will not be honest with you
Oh, okay.
on a personal level. I like you personally. That's why I'm being honest with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead.
So here's
Yep.
the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
Scopo obviously. Scopo's a fucking really dude. I love Scopo. Okay,
All right,
he's a funny comic.
Stop with the fucking. I'll take a bullet for him and then fucking tell him he's a
Shit on
cunt.
him.
Just
But
say it.
he needs to be fired from the producer position. Okay,
Who am I? Okay, yeah.
Here's the thing that really made me even start thinking about this. Okay,
Okay, so we good. We should fire Scopo.
not from the show. He can still be on the show.
Well, why would I need him on the show?
I'll be honest with you. It's gonna be it's a real hard push to keep him on microphone if he's not producing the show. But we'll figure that out. Okay, I'm not saying fire Scopo off the
Oh,
show.
so you're helping?
I'm helping the show.
Are we starting a board?
I'm probably even helping Scopo
Okay.
in the long run.
Right,
okay?
long run, yeah.
So here's the thing. I started thinking about this the other day.
Yeah.
There was a guy on Twitter who
Yeah.
tweeted at me. He's like, Scopo, why haven't you gotten Zach Amico on YKWD?
Right.
And Zach is our friend, and he's fucking. He's one of the shittiest comics I've ever
Who's
met in my
Zach
entire life. He's a
Amico?
terrible comedian.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, but that's never stopped me from bringing people on the show.
I know.
Case in point, you're sitting there.
exactly, you gave me my shot.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So Zach
Terrible
Amico,
comedian.
one of the worst. Okay.
I mean, you still are.
No, I'm really creeping. I'm almost at mediocre.
Yes, you're very close.
So
Someday you'll get a festival.
So Zach.
Not now, but someday.
Look, dude, a couple years from now, if I try hard, if I get a writer or two.
I know Steve Hofstadter. I don't though.
So,
Disclaimer.
so this guy tweets at me. He's like, "Why don't you?" And Zach does the Realized podcast with us. And Zach is a fucking dude. I know you don't like the show. You've only listened to it, and you say it's boring and me.
I've listened to it 5 times.
But listen to me,
It's
Zach-
not that it's not that it's. Here's the problem with your show.
Okay.
If you should just do it by yourself. it's a monologue show. It's not a dialogue show. You can't have dialogue. Like I couldn't just sit here with Scopo and me and Deepu. I need a guy like you on who's going to tell me to go fuck myself. I need a new person on who I don't know. I need a girl.
You need two people to sit here and stare at you.
No, but I need. If you weren't here, believe me, we'd be having a conversation.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I need people that come against me. You know what I mean? Or have different opinions. That's why there's always a regular and then new people. Yeah. I can't have all new people because it would be very quiet. You know what I mean? That's my thought process in having this show every week. There's always somebody that is comfortable enough to tell me to go fuck myself.
Right.
You understand?
I feel like it would have been odd if I came on and I was like, here's a list of 10 things I hate about your show. Right. Like, I feel like that would have been a weird move. It would have been. Like, for me, it might have been good. Like, next time I will do that. Like, if I was like,
look, Robert, I don't know you, but.
Thanks for having me, Robert. I know you're really successful. Your show's over, and I'll tell you why. This guy's an idiot.
That's what she has Rotem's voice. Remember Rotem?
Bobby, my father owns a bakery in Jerusalem. Hey,
Bobby, I'm going to Israel this summer.
Yeah. My father owns 10 nightclubs. Listen, here's the deal, is that your show, it's just, I was sitting there waiting for the funny, and it's hard to be funny when you're, if you were by yourself, I think it would be funnier because you'd be the audience, you'd be the guy, you'd be the guy you're yelling at too,
Either way, okay, you have your right to your opinion on my show, but Zach's a sniper. He's really fucking funny.
Right,
dude.
don't use my terms.
He's a sniper kid.
That's
dude, I fucking sucked a dick for a steak, and I made up the word sniper.
Yeah. Let's go to the chat room real quick.
Go to the chat.
Lewis
is right about everything.
Yeah, Sebastian S. says, Lewis finally said it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
Bricktop says, Lewis has been reading the YKWD Reddit. It's about to go down. I have been reading that, by the way.
What is it?
Reddit.
There's like a mini forum devoted to this podcast. Yeah. And it's unmoderated because I haven't even been able to contact...
Yeah, because you go and be a fucking Nazi and kick people out of it, you fucking terrorist.
Will you stop yelling at the poor kid and stop being so aggressive?
You should go too.
You should settle the fuck down.
We're going to talk.
That's what this whole thing's about. He's like,
I'm going to fire everybody. I will come in and I will save the show. Go.
Oh my.
You don't have to save my show.
Bobby, you are too big to do this anymore.
Go ahead. Do you call me fat again?
No. You are a superstar.
I thought you said I couldn't move to push a button. Go ahead. What do you got?
Mookie Phillips says, I hate when people talk about something other than the show in here for too long, so I understand.
That's sarcastic, right?
No, that's...
So the best you got on your side so far.
That was it.
What else you got?
Max Sterner says, I want to cuddle with Bobby. No. Just spoon up with him with his arm around my arm.
Okay. What else you got?
Buddy C. Buddy says, Bobby needs some Stavros calming influence in his life.
I do. I really want Stavros to move. I can't wait. As soon as Stavros moves to New York, he's my baby bear. He's my new guy.
I'm going to move out of New York when Stavros moves here.
Why? Stavros is a great guy.
I don't know.
You can't move. This is what I regret. I regret the day I came to you and I said, don't move to L.A.
Yeah.
It would have made me so happy just to see you at like in Death Squad, telling Joe Rogan, dude, your show needs...
Dude, you need to get rid of Red Band. He's a fucking idiot. This guy, he's fucking pushing buttons. Come on, bro.
Oh, my God. Just to see Joe grab you by the neck and squeeze. I really do think you should move to L.A. now. Where you're at now, I'm not even joking.
I can't now.
I'm not even joking. Where you're at right now, I think you should move to L.A. I think this would be a perfect time for your career. To move to L.A., where you physically, the way you look... Right? Yeah.
I do look good. I do look good.
Did you live in LA?
No, I'm going to stay here.
Yeah,
that's my point. I want him to go to the other coast and be over there.
Go away.
Yeah, just do the real ass fucking East Coast.
By the way, Scopo's right now giving me a look like, dude, I'm going to fucking fist fight you after this show.
No, I know I'll lose.
Yeah.
Why would you lose? You don't got to lose. Just fucking...
To him? He fucking...
Dude, you don't have to fight. What do you have to fight fair? It's not a fucking... You're not fighting for the belt.
Dude, he's got one chance to hit me with a fucking bottle or bat or whatever he's going to have, and if he misses, he's dead.
All you do is this. Look, I don't want to fight you. As soon as he turns away on his rollerblades, you smack him in the back with a fucking shovel handle. Then when he goes down, you carve fucking shit dick on his forehead with your keys. What do you got?
So Zach's really funny, dude. And so this guy tweeted, hey, when are you going to get Zach on YKWD? And it's been like 4 or 5 months where I've been telling Scopo, you should really try to get him on. Okay. It's not like you don't bring in young comics. You do.
I do all the time.
So he just hasn't done it. So the guy tweeted me this, and then I tweeted the guy back, and also at Scopo.
Yeah.
Because Scopo doesn't want Zach making him look bad on 2 separate shows.
Why does he make you look bad?
Yeah, he goes after me.
Are you scared? This is weird. I feel like this is the problem. This is the problem with you, okay, and
What?
Dan and all. Who gives a fuck? Really, who gives a fuck? Here's the reality of it, and I believe this. We're all fucked up to each other. We're all fucking mean. We all do mean shit. We say fucked up shit. You know, you try to evolve. You try to apologize. You try to move on. You accept apologies, you give apologies, but we're all fucked up. We're comedians. But in reality, we all give a shit about each other. I love all you guys. I love all my friends.
Wait till I tell you what DeRosa and Dan were saying.
But no, it's funny that it's like, it's I understand that it's a, waste of fucking time to go down that road. Because we don't have that, we're already past, our 20s are gone. It's our 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s maybe, and you're done. As far as comedy goes.
Oh,
and
I thought
then
you were talking about your life expectancy.
but it's like, look, man, I get it. The gossip, the resentment, it's fun. It's really fun to have and to hold on to and to fucking talk about and
hate watch people.
Well, look, I get it. I don't give a fuck that these guys are kind of hating me behind my back. I get it. I'm a
Bobby,
fucking
you
piece.
know that none of them said anything that I'm saying.
But I'm saying, listen, I'm saying
I made up none of them had anything.
Here's the thing about the show or about me or whatever.
They really didn't say anything, dude.
But my point is you're lying. I know you did. Because
I swear to God, you didn't
we've
say
talked
anything.
about you.
What?
I get it, but in reality, we all, like, you care about Scopo. I care about you. You're a fucking idiot, but I care what happens to you and your kid. And as far as these podcasts, I mean, the chat rooms and the fans, Legions of Skanks, you can't hate Legions of Skanks fans. I fucking love them. Those are my fans. Even though maybe they don't all like my show, but they like that show better because they smoke weed, they fuck bitches, and they're a little more edgy than me, but I'm just in a different spot. You know what I'm saying?
I really try to always make everything an analogy for the Octagon. And it kind of reminds me of when Matt Hughes beat Hoist Gracie, Going into that fight, it was like, well, there was a lot of shit talking, and Hoist Gracie kind of broke it down like this. He was like, Matt Hughes, even if he wins this fight, even if you think he's a better fighter than me, he wouldn't exist without the foundations that I built in this sport. Well, yeah. So that was just kind of like just the idea and the concept.
Yeah, Opie and Anthony, built that. You know what I mean? But before that, it was Colin Quinn and Tough Crowd built what we have.
Before that, it was Lenny Bruce.
No, you know what I'm saying? It's like what we have today. Me and Burr and Patrice and Dane, we started in Boston and came here and met Voss and Keith and Colin and Norton and then you guys, we kind of, Big J was brought up by Keith, and then he met me and Little Kev, and all these, what these fans don't get sometimes, what we forget is that we're all from the same family.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right.
No matter what we think about each other at times, because I've had problems with everybody, and I've had problems with fucking Colin. Me and him have fought.
Yeah.
But that shit goes away. It really doesn't fucking matter in the long run, because we all give a shit about each other. I mean, what you say about Scopo, you give a fuck about Scopo.
I still haven't said my first problem with Scopo.
What's your first problem?
So this kid Zach, so I tweeted back at the guy.
Yeah.
I said, I said that. I was like, Scopo's afraid he's gonna make him look bad. And Scopo texted me. He was like, dude, what the fuck? That was a cunty thing to say. I was like, dude. I'm busting balls. I tweeted it at you, you psychopath. I didn't tweet it behind your back.
No, you didn't. You tweeted it. You tweeted the YKWD podcast.
That's you.
Yeah.
No, that's me.
That's technically him.
That's me.
Actually,
that's
I think
me.
you're wearing it too.
I think
you're wearing it too.
That's me. That's my show.
Either way,
I
he's
wasn't.
the one.
Well, that represents me, dude.
I know who's.
That's my brand.
He tweets in front of me. He's with me all
Yeah,
the
but
time.
I tweet too.
What are you arguing right now?
Huh?
You don't even know what you're
I'm
arguing.
just telling you that he's right in that thing. I don't know.
I'm just saying I wasn't saying it behind his back. I wasn't hiding it from him. I was making a joke.
Right.
Saying he gets mad, but then he gets on the phone with me.
But no,
Hold on,
I
let me say this.
thought he was pissed off. We didn't talk for like a week. So I was like, oh, he's fucking pissed off
on
at
the
me
road,
because we
right?
trashed him on the podcast last week, and I was
Right.
like, oh, he's fucking.
I'm not pissed. I'm never pissed when you trash. So this actually, that's
I
beautiful
thought you
that
were
said
pissed.
that.
I thought you were pissed. So
It's
I was like,
beautiful
what the
that you
fuck?
said that. So let me make this point, okay? So he calls me up on the phone and he's like, dude, that kind of is why I didn't get Zach on the show, because he's going to come in, he's going to trash me, he's going to just fucking, because I'm the only guy who's like a comic.
Are you fucking exposing him right now?
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow.
I was like, if he's gonna be funny on the show and he's gonna make the show better, why wouldn't you have him on the show?
I don't think you'd lose, Scopo. I think you have a shot.
Yeah.
I do. I don't think you'd lose.
What,
I think he'd fucking, and I would help. Like if I saw an opportunity, I would help.
I also know some people.
Well, that was kind of, you just exposed them, dude.
It's not exposing anything. I'm telling the truth.
That's like that was a conversation you guys had.
This place.
That was a private conversation.
That was a private conversation you just exposed on a fucking...
I care more about you, Bobby, than this stupid conversation we had. And it's a lesson in comedy that Scopo
It's all right. I'll pass
learn.
in 2 years. We'll be good.
Probably not. But listen.
Maybe 3.
I'm going to finish, okay? So I'm going like, Scopo, dude, what do you care if you're the butt of a fucking joke on a podcast?
You got to be careful what you say to him now, because he'll fucking just yap it on a podcast.
That's not true. This isn't a fucking... He didn't tell me he has herpes, okay? We're having a conversation about the podcast.
You have herpes?
It's dormant.
Scopo's got
This is
two.
why, dude. This is why he can be on Mike's cell. I'm not saying kick Scopo off the show. As a producer,
Let's get carried
he is
away.
more concerned, and he does this a lot. He's like, dude, come on, man, you're fucking making me look bad on the show.
Well,
Dude,
first off,
stop. It's a
I was-
Kelly-
I
hold on,
was-
it's a Kelly
shut up.
shit
I'm not
move.
done talking.
Hang on, let him.
I was-
Cut me off, you cunt.
Hang on, let him.
Okay, go.
You're
With
like
the
me.
whole-
You're like me.
You're
You
right.
repeat yourself.
You're right. I am a genius.
On and on and on. And I don't like. I know what you're doing. Don't think I don't know what you're doing. You're calling me all these happy things, so I don't fucking. I'm not a fucking moron. But my self-esteem is low today, so I will take it. I will accept it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
With the whole Zach thing, honestly, he hasn't asked to be on personally. So I just forget. You know how many people I have fucking asked me to be on the show?
Yeah.
I literally get 2 or 3 people a week, and I have to put them on a list to try to get them on. He just doesn't ask me. And then I just forgot about it, and then he keep asking. Then I was joking around with you. I was like, yeah, he's going to fucking destroy me. And then you were like, no, dude, he shouldn't be like that. You should get him on the show for the show.
You shouldn't be worried about how you look on the show. That's a Kelly Festuca move. She used to be like, hey, mate, you're saying I'm not funny. People are going to think I'm not funny. Go just be funny.
Dude, you fucking
Hold on, everyone.
destroyed
Legion of
Kelly on
Skanks
the show.
is 90% making fun of how fucking stupid I am, okay? The whole show is that.
So they're good, healthy, smart people.
They get it.
They get it.
They understand the way the world works. No, but who gives a fuck? The bottom line is it's a funny show and it's a quality product. And we're all the butt. Dude, Bobby gets called fat on his own show all the fucking time. It's all we can think. I'm fighting every moment I want to say it. Casey, laugh.
I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
not everybody's like it. The relationship that you
you're
guys
right.
have on Legion of Skanks is so different than something else. And I feel like you
She makes a good point.
probably you kind
Not-
of like being like the person
Listen,
like that
my
to
show,
Jay and Dave.
my show. I the reason why I like Legions of Skanks, the reason why I like certain shows like that is because look, my show. I don't want my show to be a show where people are afraid to come on because you're just smashing people. If it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? I don't want to have this setup where she's afraid to come on because she's just going to be attacked. Yeah, I'm not into that, but I'm also not into those. It might be because of where I'm at in my listen, let me just say this. This might be where I'm at in my life, where I don't know if I went to a different place where I'm not fucking out all night trying to get pussy and do comedy and fucking be a badass and all that shit anymore. I'm at a different place in my head. You know what I mean? So I can admire that. I see what you fucking go on cruises and fucking chicks and fucking metal and pot and
Fucking chicks. Are you crazy?
well, you not you, but like that whole fucking thing. I get it, but my show's not like that. Not everybody has to be in that mind frame.
Here's the problem, Robert. You're becoming a fucking celebrity. You got a kid. You have a family now. You have
Yeah,
all this shit
I've
going in your life.
I've evolved.
You're beyond
I'm evolving a
producing
little
this
bit.
podcast. So here's the problem.
Maybe he likes it.
No. He doesn't. Okay.
How can you fucking
You
say that?
trust before it's people. It's not even that Kelly was even a great producer.
I'm just trying to
I
make that
understand.
a little bit because you're.
It's not even that
you're
Kelly was a
eating
great
it so
producer.
much.
It was that you were really hands-on back then,
Yeah.
and you're entrusting it with these two fools.
Why
okay?
what's wrong with Deepu?
He's a Nazi, and in all honesty, he's got a little bit of a fucking attitude
You're
problem. I gotta be
you're
honest.
German? I thought you were Indian.
Didn't you win the contest to be it?
He wasn't my vote. I'm going to be honest.
Well, we're gonna have that hot chick here. Yeah, my show would be fucking perfect.
It would be funny.
It'd only be at 5 o'clock and beyond, and she would have fucking missed 9.
Oh, dude, her tits were so
Hang
fucking
on,
nice.
all right. We got to stop real quick.
Hi.
Liz is here. We have an announcement to make. Liz, come over here. Sit next to me, Bubba.
Are you guys officially announcing that I got kicked out of the Comedy Cellar? You can't announce it on the show.
Did you?
I'm going to fucking push for that this weekend. Okay, today, Liz, I want to tell everybody that the Comedy Cellar, is, the world famous Comedy Cellar, finally has its T-shirts. Have come in. Let's unveil the T-shirt right to the camera up there.
Finally.
Over here. Yeah, give me the rug. Look at that right there. Comedy Cellar T-shirts are in, and they have all sizes. They have women's in gray, right?
Yes, I'll show you.
Don't tell them that size. We know what that size is. This is the biggest size. We have. Oh, look at that! Look at that right there. Hold it up right there.
Cute.
Casey, put it on.
That's for my wife. Nobody puts this on except my wife, unless you want to put it on later. Me and you.
If she puts it on camera right now, she could put it on, Bob.
And Liz, speaking of that microphone, where can we get these?
These could be purchased at the Comedy Cellar and at the Village Underground. And we have a gift shop in the Village Underground. We're open Wednesday through Saturday.
Yeah, right into that
And-
microphone.
Yeah, anytime you want to buy a T-shirt, you could, pop on over to the Olive Tree or to the Comedy Cellar.
I love it. So now,
Liz is so spunky and full of energy in real life, but as soon as there's a microphone in front of her, she sounds like a veterinarian.
What do you want me to say? Buy the T-shirt.
buy the T-shirt right now. They have a brand new, which I just went over and saw it today. A merch. What is it called over there?
A gift shop.
They have a gift shop at the Village Underground. It's going to be open. It's already open, but they're actually going to. They're working it out now. Where the TV is, swings open.
Yeah.
There'll be a person sitting in there on Fridays and Saturdays. Correct?
Wednesday
Wednesday through when?
Saturday.
Saturday. So you can go there and get one of these great T-shirts. How much are they?
They're $20.
$20.
Give 'em
Comedy
away.
Cellar T-shirts. That is really cheap.
I know.
Should have done 25.
Well,
$20,
I
and you can also. Can you get them online?
You can. If you send an email through the Comedy Cellar website, we'd be more than happy to send it to you.
That's a lot of extra steps.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
a lot.
so
That
just
is
come
weird.
And get it. That's it. Just come and get it.
So let's hang this up. Let's hang this up.
Yours. You take that
Hang this up.
That's yours.
I know he's hanging it up. Where's the one that's
This
hanging
is
up?
to hang.
Okay, give it to. Let me this.
That's your wife.
Love it. So, Chris, aren't you supposed to be prepared for this, Chris? Maybe you're right. Maybe I do need to dump this. He literally just went, put his coke down, like, I should be doing this. You put fucking poor Scopo on tilt.
What? Look, maybe he'll become a better producer because of this. So if you don't fire him, this is going to be a wake-up call. To
I'm
Chris
not
Scopo.
firing Chris Scopo.
Okay.
But we will finish this
We're not even done with
conversation.
the conversation, so you might.
All right. Liz, thank you so much.
Let's make it look nice.
See, because Liz is a fucking professional. Liz, have you ever produced this podcast before?
Go fuck yourself. Thank you.
Lizzie, thanks, baby.
See you later.
All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, so basically what you and everybody else says, I should get rid of Chris as the producer. Right?
Yeah.
Should I get rid of Deepu? Or should just have a talk with Deepu?
Major warning.
Major warning.
Major
Strike
warning
one.
for
Right.
his. There's
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like a guy like you.
drunk with power that these guys they're a little bit of there's a thing about them where it's the only power they have
Are you
in
new?
life.
You're new on the show, right?
Yeah, it's the first time I've.
How'd you get on the show?
Chris contacted me. he
And
said-
you're back on, and you wanted to
Yeah.
get on. How did you get on the show?
Chris?
Yeah. Chris had said there was going to
They
be a fight.
they might
and
be
he-
cuts. I don't. Tim, considering the situation, he'd probably be back.
Chris said to me, he goes, there's going to be a fight about the structure of the show. He said to me, he goes, now you've never been on the show and you know nothing about it, but what I'd
I
like
know.
you to do
Right.
is come in. Lewis is going to, try to get me fired and just try to, So I don't know. I think you should kind of be fired too now. I don't know.
Thank you,
And I've
Tim.
only been here for a few minutes.
Can we have
And I
the
know that
guests
you put
decide?
me, but I just feel like I got to fight for my own.
Could you let him? You're yelling at him for not talking. And every time they talk, you yap. Let him fucking have a word.
I just said he should decide if Chris gets fired. I was giving him power.
I think I should
Lewis
decide a
is like
lot
a
of
little
things
kid
about
right
the
there.
show. I think I should probably
Yeah, what else?
move into an executive role.
How
I
about-
do. I was used to sell mortgages. I know a lot about business,
You
so
look very authoritative.
Well, so
I
if
think
you-
you're right.
too.
So what
Hands on
what
thighs.
would you take over Chris's?
Deepu would get a big warning. You get to sit down.
Yep.
He's drunk on his own power. That's
Okay.
he shouldn't be blocking people for the show.
Right, shouldn't be
That's
I
number
agree with
one.
that, yeah.
You can't do
Well,
that.
if you look at here, not in the chat room.
Not
it's
in the
not,
chat
it's
room.
not. The chat room is what it is. I
And
don't.
even a 24-hour block is still you can't block.
We don't
somebody.
really. We don't block people on the Twitter or the other thing either.
Right.
Can I ask
Right. You
a-
don't block people on Twitter, right? No.
Can
On
I-
the yeah. What's up,
I was
sweetie?
just saying, can I ask a kind of a dumb question? I guess
What's
what
your name
exactly,
again?
Miranda. I don't know.
I'm fucking with you.
What are the duties of a podcast producer? I just fucking don't know. So
I'll tell. Would you like me to tell? Or do you want to tell?
No, you can tell him.
I want to know. I want to know from Scopo's point of view what he's supposed to be doing.
Do you want it from
Alright.
his point of view or mine? Scopo, you give him
Let's-
your point of view, and then I'll give him mine.
Okay.
What do? I book the show.
Yep.
I get everything in order. I get all the ads in order.
ads,
I
okay.
make sure
Get all
the
the ads
guests.
in order. What does that mean?
I pay for your coffee every time you come
Thank
here.
you for that, by the way.
Well, I kind of okay.
Yeah, but I get it.
All right, guys.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. We try to pay you, give you that money back at
Yeah,
some
I
point,
got
and
you.
then you okay.
Bobby
so-
pays for. I get it. I should say.
Go ahead.
I get everything in order. I get the.
You said
make
to
sure
get everything in order twice.
All right, here's the deal. This is what he does. Let me
He doesn't even know his
Look,
fucking
He
job.
has a stutter.
He doesn't know
Okay?
his job, Bobby.
Let him fucking.
He gets coffee
I'll
and he
tell you
books
what he
guests.
does. I'll tell you what he does. He books guests. He gets coffee for
Get
those
everything
guests.
in order.
No, he fucking takes care of a lot of
Twice.
shit, man. First of all, every week, when I used to do regulars on the show, like back in the day, but it got to the point where the regulars couldn't be on all the time, and it wasn't. I had to do the show when they could do it instead of when I wanted to fucking do it, and I don't like doing that. And then I started having new people on all the time with a regular or two or whatever. But my rule is if a regular wants to get on, you guys can get on. You know what I mean? If you're like, dude, I need to get the fuck on because I got.
I didn't know that.
That's usually my rule. If you have to get on the show because you have something, blah, 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 yeah, absolutely. But I started switching it up because, first of all, I really enjoy meeting new comics. I love how many comics I've met from this show that I would have never met. And then I go to a club, hey, what's up? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You, last week. I mean, every week there's somebody new on the show. At least one person that I don't know, which I love. And it's just it's easier for you guys. There's less responsibility because I felt like even you guys were like I can't make it, and I don't want it to be a hassle for anybody.
This is why you need somebody that's
But
willing to
he-
hassle people for you.
But what do you mean hassle? I don't want to hassle
You
people.
need to. Here's the thing.
I think the
You
show
need
has
to
been. I think
walk
the
in.
yeah.
You need to sit down.
I do.
You need to put on your headphones.
I do.
You need to make people laugh.
Here's
you
why.
need to
Okay.
walk the fuck out.
Okay. Here's
And
why
that
I
means
couldn't
that
do
you
that.
need to-
Here's why I couldn't do that today. Ready?
Why?
Because of you.
That's not because of me.
I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Okay. Because I walk in today.
Did you fart?
Hang on. My headphones. My headphones.
Yeah.
My headphones. These are very expensive headphones.
Yeah.
Were over there. These
Where were
headphones
they?
were here.
Where were
this
your- where-
wire?
where were
Hang
your
on.
expensive headphones?
All these plugs, all these were fucking turned in different directions. They weren't where I leave them, which is the rule of the studio. Leave it the way you left it. They were all twisted right, left. This plug was in that slot. That plug was in that slot. So when this microphone was plugged into this, it came through that microphone, and this one came through that fucking. So I had to sit there and go, why is this not working? And we took us around 20 minutes to go. We had to follow the cord. Hang on. Had to follow the cords all the way back. Had to have Deepu over here, and then Chris came back, and we finally, right? We
Yeah, it's
finally,
very stressful.
We finally figured it out. He was over on the
Extremely
couch.
stressful. I was scared.
Right.
For the first 10 minutes I walked in, there was
And
a
then,
lot of.
and
Tim is good. I like
here-
him on this show.
I do like him. I like her too. She's great.
Well,
I will fucking murder you.
So here, you understand? So because of you, last night, and the way you record here, where you didn't do what you're supposed to do,
can I?
you fucked up my show.
Can I-
And you were late.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were
I'm
2 minutes
almost
late.
I was 3 minutes fucking early.
No, 2 minutes late.
3 minutes early.
What time do we start the show today, Deepu?
3 o'clock.
Oh, maybe you were. Sorry.
The wires and all that shit.
Look, he's straight thinking.
No, I use the same studio setup as you.
Yeah.
If I did not turn back the volumes or I did not switch out that wire, like I understand that.
No, that's what you did.
That's what I
That's
did.
not what light.
I
That's
apologize.
what you did.
I apologize.
So
for
you
that.
fucked up.
But
because of you,
if it took you 20 minutes to look at the light, peek out, and see that the channel was plugged into a different channel,
why is that my fault?
You have a fucking retarded team.
Hey.
It should have taken you 1 second.
Scopo,
First of all, hold on.
Go ahead.
How many
second.
fucking
How is
times?
that-
How many fucking times
into the
I've come
studio.
into this fucking studio and done it for you?
Yeah.
Because you fucking don't do it every week.
What
is
and
the
I
rule?
cover your
What's the
ass.
fucking rule?
I
I
cover
walk in-
your
What's
fucking
the
ass
rule?
every week.
Do you want
What's
an
the
answer?
rule?
Do you want me to answer?
What's the rule?
Yeah.
Dude, I
What's
walk
the
in-
fucking rule?
Leave it like you found it.
And you don't.
Yes, I do, because you.
No, you
That's
don't.
not
That's
the
the
way
way I found it.
Dude, I don't
Put your
fucking.
headphones
No,
on.
no, no. I'm not using it right after you, you fucking monkeys. There's other podcasts between me and you. So there's 2 other podcasts.
So that's not you.
It's not me, okay? When I come in, it's not your settings. It's whoever was fucking before me settings. I don't know your fucking settings, dude.
So you didn't do that.
No, I left it that way because whoever comes in, they're all turned in different fucking directions.
No, we're talking about the plug unplugged. That's what I'm talking about. That plug being unplugged. Is that you? Is that
no,
you?
I don't even think it was me. No, I'll tell you
it's
why.
not-
Because I didn't unplug that. I moved the microphone over. I didn't even
Right.
change the channel.
Right. So that's not you. You didn't unplug that.
No, I personally did not unplug that.
Who did?
I don't know. Here's the thing.
Did
Maddie,
your guy?
Maddie is not here, so I can't speak for him. But I don't think he did because he moved the microphone from that mic. He didn't even move the microphone. He bent the microphone. I just
So
used
Rob,
that mic.
the only person that uses this show between you and me is Rob Sprance.
And laugh button.
No,
I thought they did.
no.
Since when?
Because they use it Wednesday. Rob is Thursday. So
Oh, no,
it
I'm
goes
just saying
Rob.
there's 2 other shows between
no,
us.
but no. Rob does the same setup I do. Rob makes sure that the setup is my setup. That's the fucking. So we'll call Rob, and if Rob is like, "Yeah, dude, I did that," I'll call him, and if he's like,
Sure.
"Yeah, dude, I'm the one who
by the way,
unplugs
or
that."
Maddie might have unplugged it. I'll
Who's
ask
Maddie?
him. Maddie is my producer.
Right.
He might have unplugged
Why
it.
can't you just take the hit and go,
Because
"Yeah,
I
it's
don't
me."
know, because I'm not going to say it's me. If you're saying, dude, these are my settings, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, there's 2 other shows in between when I do my show and when you do your show. So that's crazy.
All right. So it's not you.
I know. I don't know it's me.
Okay.
Typically, we leave the fucking studio in the right position, and if you can't see that it's the channel 1 is a different microphone just by opening your eyes and looking at it, that's a problem. And your guys that you have 2
Right.
fucking guys here should be able to point that out to you fairly fucking easily. That's
He
not
was
a-
getting you coffee.
That's not a 20-minute problem.
He was down
though.
getting coffee, and I don't do this anymore. He does it.
Okay.
But here's the thing: is it's set up the same every week. It's supposed to be the same thing. So if it's not you, it's Rob. If it's Rob, I gotta fucking talk to him. Somebody. Here's the thing. Here's
call
the
Maddie? Call Maddie.
Here's the thing. When I leave the fucking studio, if it's not you, it's Rob, and someone.
Why are you looking for a problem with me?
Here's the problem. No, you asked me.
He's the problem.
I said you're the one.
Chris
You're the
Scopo's
reason.
the problem with the show, not me.
You said he's the problem. You were the problem today.
No, that's not true.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm not. Fine.
Maybe,
Fine. Let's
maybe.
say 100% was me. I'm sorry. Is that the problem with the show? Really? I'm sorry about fucking up the wire and putting the one wire on the other channel.
Now the show can go on.
Now
We can move on. Listen, dude, you're always a. Why are you gonna always be? Why can't you just lighten up?
I'm late.
Why can't you just?
206.4 pounds.
Why are you always gonna fight with people?
I'm not fighting with anyone.
Everything I hear you on, you're
I'm
fighting.
volunteering. I'm telling you this, Bobby. Here's what I would
Why?
do. Give me a month to
I'm
produce
okay.
the show.
Here's the deal.
Lewis for producer.
Yeah.
I will find a predecessor for me, okay, who will take the position. Did I use that word right?
We're not gonna help you.
Predecessor, no, but good enough for you, I think, is fine. Like, I think you're Puerto Rican. That is, predecessor is good. Are you not Puerto Rican?
Fuck you, Tim.
Well, I'm
doing
just
what Casey
saying.
does. Fuck you, Tim.
I'm
Really?
saying. I'm
That's
sorry.
what
I
you're
think
gonna come at me
predecessor.
like
You
that?
know
Right.
his name, Tim.
Tim, don't back down from him, please.
Predecessor is a good word in general.
Good word.
Don't
a
let
great
him
word.
bully you
You-
out of it.
whether-
He uses this fucking. When he was fat, he wasn't as confident.
I never knew him when he was fat. I've always known him as a
He
high
was very
protein
fairly, like,
guy on Facebook. When I go on, he's like, comics on the road.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat like a pig. And then there's like an uploaded picture from Starbucks of like a hard-boiled egg, and
Yeah.
he's like, this is what you can eat when you're on the road. And then he'll do like a workout, and I respect, and I think it's amazing. And I'm like, I wish I had that discipline.
Yeah, Tim,
Listen,
you need
he-
to change your life.
I'm with you.
He's had the discipline for 8 months of
That's
his
not
whole
true.
life.
That's not true.
So let's not get carried away. 5 years from now, if he's still in shape,
Yeah.
I'm fucking on board.
It is
killing
all
it.
about how long you can make it
I
happen.
guarantee he has an addict fucking personality. Okay,
Yeah.
it's in him, and as soon as something doesn't go his way, he's gonna fill up on carbs.
Yeah.
and he's gonna be eating Sundays.
When's the last time
and
you had a
Fatso
carb?
will be back in a fucking
Well-
long black jacket, handing out flyers.
Friday I went to
You
a
do
wedding.
cheat days,
Okay.
right?
You have to.
I do a cheat day.
You have
to.
to, otherwise you'd be
I
like
do those
10
on my
times
wife.
more miserable.
All right, listen, are we done with this? Are you good?
Can I
What do you,
produce the show for a month?
No.
Why?
Because, all right, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna
Tell me what you're going to do better. You're yelling at him
All right,
that
I'll
he
tell
doesn't
you.
know what the fuck he's doing.
All right, first
what are
thing,
you going to do? I'm asking you the question.
I will
As the
fix-
producer of the YKWD, what do you fucking do?
Okay, number one, I will say, Bobby, you don't have to worry about anything anymore. All this shit is just over.
I like it
You
already.
fucking walk in, Bob. Listen to me. You walk in, whatever you need, it's ready to fucking go.
Okay, I
you
like
walk out, dude. You don't think.
Okay.
You're done.
I don't
okay?
think? Okay.
That's it. Then what I do is I make sure that every area of this podcast, from the sound, video, marketing, social media, booking, everything is constantly expanding. It's constantly growing in the right direction. We're not sitting down going, we did it good enough, guys. We did it. No. Every area of the podcast is constantly getting better. Every single fucking aspect. It's constantly being thought about. I will definitely, no offense, you guys, but we're gonna fix the booking a little bit. We're gonna fix it a little bit. I'm not saying, Casey, you might be back in. We gotta see.
Yeah.
I know, but I feel like
Can I say something, sweetie? Listen, Casey, first of all, you're fucking awesome. It's
so sexy.
Here's the thing. I brought you on a weird show. I should have brought you on like a corporate Dan show or a Joe List show. I brought you in on, but I think you're doing fine. Don't
Can
let
you
him
pick a
get in your
side
head.
so far? What do you think so far? I want her to. Are you with Scopo, or do you think he should be fired?
Well, I think it would be. I don't think Scopo should. I like Scopo.
Casey, get off. You just fucking have a backbone.
I do.
I
have
like
a
Scopo
backbone,
too,
but I
but the
don't
fact
know
that he
enough.
booked me, he should be fired. Like, that's the way I feel. I don't have any late night credits.
I think-
I have Access TV. I shouldn't be in this chair. I shouldn't be here as a business.
I think I think Lewis has a put. No, I'm kidding.
I think Lewis would. Aren't you too busy to do another
No,
one?
I'll
feel
make
like
it
you
up
have
because I love-
80,000
Yeah, that's what he needs. Another podcast.
I produce.
Yeah, it's too many.
I produce
podcasts.
all of my podcasts.
Yeah, I
do
know.
a very good job with
They're
them.
fucking successful.
Let me explain to you something, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not even.
All right, we're gonna
shitting-
take a break. Can you speed it up?
Yes.
Well, let's do it after the
Can
break.
I tell you what's wrong with the booking?
Yep. Yeah, you've been booked on the show
No.
again.
Okay, here's what we would do. You want to know what I would do?
Yeah.
with the
No.
booking?
Shut up. I got to do a thing. We're going to take a break.
Can
real
I do
quick.
the live reads?
No,
you don't have
you
to do
can't.
live reads anymore, Bob. I'll do them for you as the
I
producer
have
of
to
the
do
show.
them. They don't. The company's not going to go. Who's that?
They know.
I know. I got to do them. I have to do them.
Is that the Puerto Rican rattlesnake?
I have
meeting
to.
or-
I know. All right, ready? We're going to take a break. Anybody in the chat room, we're going to be coming back to you right out of the break. So if you have any questions,
Don't say anything out of line that Deepu might get offended by, though.
so yeah, any questions you want to chime in on this, please go ahead. Or if you want to just, what's the name of your show again?
The Real Ass Podcast?
No, the other one.
Legion of Skanks?
Yeah, what is that? L-O...
Go to AnthonyCumia.com. Tonight, we have Gavin McGinnis on the show, guys.
So anyways, we're going to be back. I love Gavin. We're going to be back in a couple minutes. So make sure you hang in there if you're in the chat room. If you're listening live, it'll be 2 seconds. We're back and taking a piss, and I'm going to blow my nose. And we're going to do some live reads, and that's it, all right? And make sure you get your Comedy Cellar t-shirt right here. If you're in the area, you're going to the Comedy Cellar in the next couple weeks or month or whatever, go to the Village Underground around the corner, and they have a merch table Wednesday through Saturday, $20. It's a fucking great t-shirt. Same company that does my t-shirts does Comedy Cellar. So make sure you grab one of those, or grab the Robert Kelly Live at the Village Underground at riotcast.com. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay. Hey, what's going on, people? Check it out. Baseball is in full swing. Get it? And you can be part of all the action all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. That's what I like, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season to get paid when you can win huge prizes every day? Just pick 2 pitchers, 8 position players, and you pick up your cash. That's it. Last year, Pete from Colorado won $1 million in one day simply playing fantasy baseball at DraftKings.com. So hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Kelly to play for free in today's $10,000 fantasy baseball contest. DraftKings.com, official partner of Major League Baseball. Enter Kelly for free entry now at DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com. Make sure you go and check out the Comedy Cellar. when you come here live, and go around the corner of the Comedy Cellar Village Underground and get yourself one of these awesome T-shirts, which I'm going to be fucking wearing this weekend at Bonnaroo. Going there tomorrow. Actually Thursday to do some shows with apparently a bunch of guys that don't like me, and there you go. We're back. Don't we have anything else to plug, right? No.
Not sure.
All right, so we're back in, man. Let's do this. Let's fucking finish this one up. So where are you from?
I remember you're not.
It's funny, you know. It's funny. I mean, we are moving on. We get it. We'll go to the chat room real quick, but we're moving on. You know, it's anytime Lewis is on, we spend at least 20 to the first hour on whatever gripe he has with somebody.
I learned a
or
lot
something.
about.
Yeah, how not to be.
Lewis.
All right, blink, fucking asshole. You fucking Scopo's in the bathroom, fucking punching a wall.
By the way, I know I'm fucking with Casey. She's really, really hot.
How about funny? How about she's a comedian?
She's getting there.
I'm there. I'm just kidding. I'm not anywhere.
Listen,
I would cheat on Beatrice with her right now on camera. I really would.
Are you and Beatrice? How's that going? Good.
That's done. Anyway, go. Sorry.
We doing the chat room?
Yeah, go to the chat room. We'll go to your chat first.
All right. James Patsky.
Please don't. Deepu, please don't be bullied and pushed into some fucking Lewis, you feel bad corner. Be you. Stand up for yourself. You're a member of this podcast.
Well, apparently if I do, I'm going to be yelled at by Lewis. So,
yeah, but who cares? You can be yelled.
Choose your words wisely.
Being yelled at.
I just did.
Being yelled at by Lewis is okay. You're not being kicked out of the business.
It's a new feeling to me, so I'm not used to it.
All right? There's 5 Go-Mites. I fucking follow his Instagram.
That's not true. Go-Mites. Go fucking tweet that right now at Bobby Kelly. Let him know what the fuck is up.
Lewis's talking voice is yelling.
Lewis uses fans like a superhero power. He like Siri. Go find me where there's a coffee shop. Go-Mites, go. Hey, Go-Mites. I need
Then I posted about an iPhone. I was like, I want to get an iPhone. I had like 5 Go-Mites hit me up like, dude, I will give you an iPhone.
Yeah. Did they give you one?
I'm gonna buy one because I don't like to be in the debt of the Go-Mites.
Yeah, see them face to face.
Yeah, 5 Go-Mites.
James Pasqui says, best fake fighting since WWE.
Oh boy.
I think it was pretty real.
No, this is real. This is legit real.
Yeah, this is real. Go ahead.
Ja says, today's show is like the first part of Festivus, the airing of grievances.
That's a good name.
It's
Mookie Phillips says, Scopo is going to find himself in a pill bottle later tonight.
That's a Deepu chat.
Yeah.
That's fucking Deepu. Go ahead. What else you got? We lost. What's the guy's name that we lost?
Fuck Yo TV.
Fuck Yo TV.
He's hanging from a rope in his closet.
Haven't seen him in chat.
He's getting a fucking tattoo of Legion of Skanks on his fucking arm right now. Look what I did. God.
Black Gospo says, total number of words spoken by the guests combined 27.
Give or take 10.
This needed to be said. I'm sorry to take over the podcast, but guys, I feel like this was important.
Just Leslie says, I think more people get smashed way more on YKWD than on LOS.
Yes, agreed.
They are different animals, and I love them both.
It's a smashing podcast. That's what we do on this show.
Nah.
Yeah.
Shut up, Tim.
Tim?
I didn't say anything.
I'm sorry, Tim.
Listen.
I'm smashing. That's what we do on this
I
show.
deserve it. I deserve everything I'm getting today.
What do you got?
She also asks, is Lewis going to be at Bonnaroo?
No, he's not. You got to be funny.
Come on, Bobby. Come on, bro. Why you fucking saying my funny, bro?
Well, you're all right. You know Stavros, but you're good. Is that it? All right, cool. All right, so let's move on. Yeah. Anyways, I will be at Bonnaroo, this fucking crazy fucking festival.
Tennessee? Is that
Tennessee, Thursday. I'm excited. Fucking can't wait.
Yeah.
Are you doing stand-up or are you just doing the
I'm doing
sex and
both.
drugs?
I'm doing both. Stand up on Thursday, and
Not the TV show. He's having sex and doing drugs.
And then I wish I could do fucking drugs.
If you could do one drug,
Pot, marijuana.
Really?
Oh yeah.
if you were going to go
really?
back one time, that would be it.
If I could do any drug,
Knowing that you wouldn't get addicted. I'm saying, let's say you could just go with a genie.
No, but if I could, I want to do it. If I could do it, I would do it. I would like to smoke weed. I would.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm going. I don't even with all my look. I know I have mental illness.
Yeah.
I also have
Physical
issues
illness?
from from being the way I was brought up. I have all kinds of fucked up shit that I've been trying to deal with in therapy or whatever, and AA and all that. But I know a lot of guys get to take these pills that kind of level them out.
Yeah.
I don't take anything. I know nothing, and I kind of envy that. I'm choosing not to take
jelly beans,
the fucking
anti-anxiety shit,
all that shit.
Yeah.
So if there was a thing I could take, and it would definitely be weed. I could smoke.
Weed always looks. I'm sober 5 years. Weed never doesn't look good. Like after a while, cocaine and stuff, you start to go, eh.
Well, I remember just weed. When I smoked weed, I would just fucking hang and watch cartoons and eat some fucking Elio's pizza.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, and I see now that weed is evolved. When I smoked weed, it was the plant.
You were also 13 when you smoked weed, so that's kind of what every 13-year-old kid was doing.
Well, no, I was hanging out with 30-year-olds. Yeah. So I was hanging out with 30-year-olds watching Popeye too. You know what I mean? It's
right.
But and the weed I smoked back then was you got to smoke a fucking lot of it.
You could do
it. Now you
could
can take a couple hits and you get different highs and it's so
all
fucking weird and
different strands.
And
but you see it and you want to do it.
I don't want to do it. I don't see weed and go I want to do it like a pizza.
Like when you
now, if I see a fucking pie, if I see somebody fucking flopping down a sundae,
right.
If I see a little kid walking by on a hot day with a cone,
that's for me.
I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You know what I mean? But weed, any drug, I don't see that, or alcohol either. I don't see alcohol. I'm too violent. I get too violent. When I drank, I just got violent. I did so much bad shit when I was drinking. I would never want to put alcohol in my body ever, because I don't know what the fuck would happen.
Is Bonnaroo like everywhere you go is just shrooms and drugs and?
I did Bonnaroo when it was in Jersey, right? Wasn't it in Jersey once? Wasn't it? Or was it always in Tennessee?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's always in Tennessee.
Okay, there was a festival in Jersey once. I never did Bonnaroo then. There was a big one in Jersey. I remember me and Pete Corelli did it. And, there was a lot of fucking drugs, partying, more drinking. It's more of a drinking thing.
Yeah.
Drugs, happens, but it's not like,
It's like South by Southwest is probably the huge drug.
Well,
no, that's a drinking thing too.
Is that drinking too?
Yeah, because it's sponsored. It's very corporate.
Yeah, okay.
You're forgetting this isn't fucking Woodstock. This is a sponsored event. They have tech things and Budweiser and Coors Light.
There's always those things in Manhattan when like 12 kids go to the ER from those music festivals, Governor's Island or whatever it is.
The festival I just left. Where's my phone? Can I have my phone? The festival I just left.
Yeah, people just
49 kids dead.
Yeah,
that's because they're doing fucking Molly and it's 100 degrees
Yeah.
outside.
Blow and just falling.
Coachella that happens too. Burning Man is where I think they do.
Burning Man's the best. That's amazing.
That's just for drugs.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's 49 kids on Flocka. Have you heard of Flocka?
Yeah, it's like a new drug like bath salts.
It's crack mixed with Molly, PCP, and meth.
It doesn't even sound good.
Okay? 40. I just left that festival in Austin. 49 kids OD'd from a Flocka.
If you read about those drugs, they're like the stories are terrifying. Like when bath salts came out, there was like a story in the newspaper in Florida where there was a woman. The cops pulled up. There was a woman just choking a pit bull. And that's how they found, and that's just the most terrifying.
That should be the cover of Lewis's album in like 10 years when he makes an hour.
Terrifying,
dude. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's like that's the way those drugs lead you, like that.
I don't know, I don't want people to abuse animals, but that's just funny to see. Like, a woman choking a pit bull.
Yeah,
you see the one
on her front step.
On Facebook,
cops pulled up.
Somebody fucking put a belt around their dog's nose, and they really. It was
I saw that.
It was so sad, but it was also just kind of hilarious, like cartoonish, like his tongue was sticking out.
Right.
But they took the belt off. It was there for weeks.
Dogs,
it dug into its skin. That's fucking. That's not even. There's not 1 second of that. That's funny.
The animal abuse is
that
crazy.
fucking killed me. That. I mean, when the belt was on, maybe you laugh, but when you take the belt off,
his little fucking tongue sticking out was kind of funny,
dude. That's not funny, dude.
But don't you think people get more upset about animal abuse than people? Don't you think people get a lot more upset when a dog is abused?
No, not me. I get mad. Like
when people are abused.
Dude, I see kids get abused. I'm fucking furious. That's I think number one thing when I see even the 2 moms that just fought in Walmart.
Yeah.
I was so fucking mad at that one mom because her kid
is right there.
Not right there.
No,
she said
shampoo bottles.
she said, "Help me."
Oh, like get in the fight.
Yeah,
she actually said that to the kid?
Yes.
It was weird, dude.
It was a tag team match.
Look, here's the thing. At first, because I saw the clip of the kid just hitting her with the shampoo bottle, and I was like sick to my stomach.
You're telling fucking James, that's what you do.
But
you back daddy up. You don't use shampoo, you use a fence.
But if you watch the beginning of the video,
you go to Home Goods.
if you watch the beginning of the video, the other woman really did go and attack that chick. Yeah. So it's like, in a weird way, look, it's obviously a fucking shitty situation, but the kid was defending his mom who was attacked by this other woman.
I get it, but
it sucks. It just
look
sucks.
At man, take the hit.
Yeah.
You can be just take the hit and go home.
Well, she was on top. She was ground and pounding the other chick, dude. She was winning the fight.
Hit. Yeah, but you don't do that in front of you. Fucking take the hit.
Dude, you know what happened?
I was with my wife. That's like when with my chick. Yeah. I was at one of these comic fucking things years ago, and a guy said some fucked up shit to me, and I said, "Okay, I'll be right back. I want a cab, honey. I need to take you home."
Right.
I took her home.
Yeah.
I said, I gotta go take care of something,
Stop
and I went
at
back
donut then.
and I grabbed him. I said, "Okay, now let's go."
Now we do
And he's
it.
like, "What?" I go, "I'm gonna fucking crack
Kill
you over the head with
Yeah,
some
yeah,
shit
yeah.
outside."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. It's
Right.
like, but it's like I would never fight the guy in
With
front of my wife
the girl
because
right
here's the
there.
thing: you never know. Even though you could be tougher, stronger,
Yeah.
you never fucking know. I was watching a fight on Facebook today. Two guys in a car.
Sure.
One guy literally punched the other. Literally leaned out of his car and punched the other guy's door.
Right.
Just fuck you and punched it.
Yeah.
The other guy. Then he blocked him. This guy gets out of his car. They both meet at the bumper. He punches him. The guy falls and 2 seconds away from a truck running over his head.
No.
Wow.
The truck was coming, and that's murder. You're fucking done.
Yeah.
And someone
You're done.
and
Whatever the
someone-
fuck that was, whatever, he
Yeah.
cut you off or he called you an asshole,
doesn't
told you to go
matter.
fuck your mother. He's dead. You're in fucking jail for life.
Yeah, for
That's
life.
murder. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, I get it because I have road rage. I have regular rage.
Yeah.
I have fucking walking down the street rage. I
Yeah.
get it, but it's fucking definitely not worth it. Imagine that. And then doing it in front of a kid. Anything with a kid, I'm like, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
at my sister's baby shower, and my son was playing with a bunch of other little kids. And you know, we practice peaceful parenting. We don't spank. My son's never even had his hand spanked. Like
Right.
we're like
Right.
really.
You just teach him how to pickpocket.
You got to use a knife, a butterfly knife.
Yeah, you teach him how to choke another kid out.
So
James taps.
So this one, James grabs his. There's like 4 other little kids. They're all part of like one family there. James grabs the one little girl's ball and just goes to throw the ball. Like he's just throwing the ball.
Yeah.
So this she's maybe 1.5. Her little brother, who's about 6 months older than James, he's 3.
Yeah.
He comes over to James and grabs him by his arm.
Yeah.
Like gives him a goon arm. And he's like, "Don't throw my sister's ball." And he's like angry at him. And James looks down at his arm. He's never had aggression
like
like
that.
that.
Not yet.
Never had any aggression like
Not
that.
yet.
Of course, look, in life, you have to worry about that.
You'll snap on B someday.
No, that's not. Well,
I'm
I'm
kidding.
He's seen us fight, but he's never experienced that.
Ever seen you yell at Scopo?
It fucked me up because I'm going like, holy shit, dude! Like I have to figure out a way to make my son prepared for that, but without instilling violence in him.
Right.
With fear.
Right.
It's actually fear.
It's crazy.
And violence is fear.
Yeah.
When you're being violent, it's because you're afraid. I mean, anger is fear. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That guy was afraid. That guy scared him. That's why
Yeah.
he punched his car.
Yeah.
That guy got scared. That guy, and then that's why they met. And in reality, it's
Yeah.
just fear. That you're just afraid that someone's going to do is doing something to you that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Afraid of being taken advantage of.
But no
so
matter
the thing that you're teaching your kid, though, the guy grabbed him and he didn't react. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's-
he didn't react with fear.
Oh, wow.
That's the worst thing you can give a kid.
Yeah.
Is fear. And what you do by hitting him, I think, I'm not a child expert before
Yeah.
a bunch of assholes tweet me. I think what you're doing when you scream at them,
Yeah.
don't do that. You're scaring them.
Right.
And you're teaching them how to be afraid.
Well, more than anything
And
else,
I
and
think
they
that's a
have
bad
done
thing.
studies on this. What
Yeah.
you're doing is you're teaching them when you want something
Who's
from
they?
somebody.
people.
Blacks,
Studiers.
The Jews.
The Jews.
They've done
Most
studies, and what you're doing when you're hitting your kid and you're yelling at your kid.
You
is
can
you're
also
teaching
say
them-
there was studies done.
there was
So you don't
studies
say
done.
they.
Fucking
I don't think
dickhead.
it's they.
Whatever.
It was just one person, maybe with an assistant.
Some dude did this
Could have been a
study.
girl. You were 2015. No offense.
But you're teaching them when they want something, use aggression to get it.
Right.
Okay, and that's like, and that's.
But is that always a bad thing? Because in life, sometimes you have to be aggressive to get
Do
what
you?
you
Do
want.
you?
I
No,
think
you
so.
But I also
Yeah.
think there's other
Think you
choices.
do.
Like I worked
What?
at a child development center for I worked with kids for like 10 years, just on and off with different types of kids. But we worked
Yeah.
at a child development center. We weren't even allowed to tell them no. don't do that. We had to, they had to think, like, even if they were, like, arguing, we'd be like, I see that you want, Tyler's ball.
Yeah.
What is a way, instead of, like, saying something, or, like, I see that you're jumping on the couch. Is there a better place to jump? Like, it's kind of like a fun way to talk, but it was, they had to do it themselves.
But we're evolving as people.
Yeah.
We're learning so much as people that...
Your body's growing gills.
That I think that it's good. I think you should, talk to your kids like that. If there's another, give them, instead of saying, don't do that, hey, what about this ball?
Dude, 10 out of 10 times.
It's manipulation.
I have my own
like
issues with patience,
like
but it's like, my kid will be doing whatever, like jumping on the couch, and we don't want him to because he's going to fall down and break his head. Every time, like, you say, no, don't do it.
And it's your bed.
It's also my bed. He wants to, he wants to almost like, they're at that age, he's 2.5, he wants to be spiteful. But every time I get frustrated with him, it never works. And every time I try to distract him with something else, or I say, hey, let's start doing ABCs, or just kind of like put his mind somewhere else, it works. And it really is just about, it's laziness. The reason people yell and the reason people hit their kids is because they're lazy, and it's easier. It does work. People say that all the time.
It's way easier to say, no, don't.
They're like, yeah, until your kid goes to run in the street, you got to give him a smack on the ass to let him know that he can't do that. Well, no, I mean, that's a lazy way of doing it. You're not supposed to be violent toward this child. No. Because you're afraid of them getting hurt.
Well, I also think too, it is laziness, I believe, but it's also, you just don't know.
Yeah.
My mom, they didn't know.
They didn't read
They don't
books
fucking know.
No.
I mean, look, 100 years ago, most babies didn't make it because it was fucking cold.
But
well, that's
not
true.
At the same
you know what I mean? I'm saying
100 years ago, most babies made it.
No, dude. When they had disease and when they had polio, I mean, they didn't know when kids just got sick. They didn't know.
I'm speaking literally.
Yeah, but no, they did. You did make humans didn't make it. The fucking we lived until our
life
40s and 50s.
Life expectancy now is 10 years.
Exactly, because we know more. That's my point. Yeah. So absolutely, but here we know way more how to raise a human being now, psychologically,
and physically. Did you watch that Fed Up documentary?
Yeah, my kid does not eat. My wife,
no sugar.
My kid eats food, not jarred food. Very little of those little squeezy things. But she cooks breakfast for him, protein, vegetable, fruit, lunch, dinner. He eats real fucking food every meal. And once in a while he'll have a package, but it's actually organic, whatever the fuck, how good she can get it. But there's no soda, no juice.
But see, I think that there's some problems in that too, because I mean, that's not how did any of you guys grow up on organic?
No,
shit?
we grew up. I grew up on McDonald's,
my grandma was
Taco
like smoking cigarettes in a car, and like I feel. I mean, we're not like fine, but like we're all
no, we have
nobody in this is the worst generation.
Every study that was showing that it's processed foods and all this bullshit, all this bullshit in our body. Why do you think cancer is out of control? Why do you think autism rates are out of control? This is everything we're putting into our body. And this generation, we're getting fucked up for it.
Okay.
50 years ago, there wasn't processed foods. That was the thing.
I grew up on Kraft singles.
And look at you.
Amazing.
You might have cancer in 20 years.
I may
you have cancer right now.
I would
you
have
probably
anyway.
have cancer right now.
Hang on,
I also smoke cigarettes.
I swear. We're finding out now. That
the stuff that we did
pyramid of the food chart was fucked up. We're finding out now that the stuff, the glucose, the fucking sugars.
5 servings of bread a day was no good.
Don't need
but it's not.
That was because Kellogg's was subsidized, giving money to the government. They say, hey, dude, make sure everyone's having fucking cereal 8 meals a day.
Well, cereal was the one that said, eggs were bad. But also, at the same time, I think that the more you shelter your kids from certain things, like the more we put antibacterial stuff, all that stuff, the minute they come into contact with germs, they're going to be like,
I completely disagree. We need to educate other parents. That's what we need to do.
The thing is,
what about, stop. All right, stop talking over each
system.
other. All right?
Sorry.
It's all right. No, you're talking and he's yapping over you, but I agree with him, but I don't agree with you. So I just want to.
He's losing his mind.
I want to make sure that he gets a chance to fucking yell at you.
And you guys
No, I'm kidding.
have kids,
no, what
so
I'm saying.
get that.
Listen, here, I believe. Look at all the fucking. Thank God my kid doesn't have a nut allergy.
Right.
Because where did those fucking come from? What the fuck is that shit?
We're sensitive now.
Yeah,
we're so sensitive.
I think the scary thing is the autism, because the autism is now unprecedented levels.
Yeah.
And people don't know why. They go, why? Some people blame vaccines. Some people blame, but I think a lot of it is, I don't think we as a country want to admit that we've been poisoning ourselves for the last 40 years. When in the 1970s they said a bagel is better for you in the morning
than
eggs. That screwed everything up.
But also fucking juice. I
said juice. It was like, sorry, keep it down, but you got a show.
I remember I was at this house. My kid doesn't drink juice, and if he has juice, it's watered down to
10%
like
juice,
just
90%
a little
water.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay, and even that's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Apple juice is not fucking apple juice.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay, I saw a kid. You know the things you work out with? You put your water in?
Yeah.
He had one of those full of fucking apple juice.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And it's like this kid's running around, grabbing shit, being a fucking annoying, and my kid's just sitting there playing, and I'm like, he's loaded up with this poison,
Well,
this
people
sugar.
people have an instinct because they do it with my kid all the time. I bring him to the daycare at my gym, and the instinct to feed kids constantly to shut him up or to.
Yep.
It's like, dude, here, take some potato chips. I was like, are you giving my son Doritos? He's fucking 2.
Or
my son doesn't eat Doritos. You fucking idiot.
The laziness to just turn on a TV show.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Oh, I hate
look, I've
that.
done it. I was like,
Oh, it's so much easier.
But here's the
dude, it's so hard
I
to
know,
not
but here's
put him
the
in front
thing.
of the fucking TV when you got to get some shit done.
Here's the thing: you can put on fucking music. We found out put on the music channel, and then he'll go from place to place to place and listen to the fucking tunes.
And how much of the ADHD and hyperactivity and anxiety and depression, all these drugs we need to be medicated for, how many of
I
them are
thought you
just
were talking about Scopo's Act.
how many of them are just imbalance of your diet? Because if you eat shit like that every day, you're going to be depressed.
I mean, look, you're overweight. I'm overweight.
Horribly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You used to be overweight.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's,
I was on my. I was taking a little break.
but it's you look back.
Yeah.
Like I literally woke up this morning and I'm like, I can't. I know what it is.
Right.
It's the fucking addiction of sugar.
That's what it is.
It's the addiction of
From when you were a
bread
baby,
and
dude.
And
Yeah.
all
You
of a
never
sudden
crave like a steak, even though you like I love steak. Have you ever really craved?
I do crave a
Do you
steak.
really crave?
But here's what I crave.
Yeah.
What happens
He
is
associates it with sucking dick from elementary school, so
I crave I crave a pizza. I'll
Right.
crave pasta.
Yeah.
I'll crave a meal, like a certain meal.
Okay.
And the food, especially now that I'm not fucking being a sexual deviant.
Yeah.
It's hard for me because back in the day when I used to do comedy and try to bang chicks.
Yeah.
My body was part of the fucking thing. I
Yeah.
needed to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
in some sort of shape to
Shape,
get
yeah.
the chicks
Right.
I wanted. Now it's almost like keeping me away from chicks because I'm this,
Right.
so I don't have the opportunity to get them. So it's almost doing something good, being this fucking atrocious physically, while I'm eating. So it helps me in some weird way.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared. I'm
Right.
scared of getting in shape again, and then the fucking shit's gonna come
You wanna
back.
fuck everything,
and I'm
yeah.
afraid to say, am I gonna ruin my life?
But you know this, Bobby. Women,
I know.
Women don't give a fuck, dude. Women will still throw
Really
themselves
don't.
at
You
you.
would
You're
go-
a
you could go
headline
and fuck
comedian.
them. Yeah,
Not
yeah,
this.
You said yourself.
Look at this.
Said you were in a different place, right? I mean, you said like that's not what you're about anymore, right?
Well, I try. I mean, it's easier not having women. Look, man, we do comedy shows.
Yeah. And
It's funny
fun-
because I see this with Lewis now. What are you doing?
I threw
no,
my
I'm
phone
kidding.
on the ground. I'm comfy.
I see this with Lewis now. Is like a lot of chicks. When we went to we did a gig in Rhode Island, and we showed up at this gig, at this wings place, and all the chicks wanted Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
funny
it was-
is so attractive.
But no, it wasn't.
They've never seen me. They
they-
just
wait a minute.
looked at me.
No, believe me, if it was because of the act, they would have went for me. But we're there, and they were just like, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Cool.
But it was like shit. I used to get that. But it almost made me go, oh, thank God I don't have to deal with that. Because if I had to deal with a bunch of fucking 4.5s, with, you know what I mean? Fucking wanting to suck my dick with nothing to it.
Yeah.
I would. It's hard to fucking say no to
Oh,
that.
I'm sure.
It's really hard, and I mean, I admire you for not. We left.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, we left. You fucking idiot. We left.
It
But
is-
it's but you can't do it. I can't. I feel like I'm fucking a puppet of this fucking shit food because it gets me. A bag of chips will fucking send me down a spiral.
Well, it's a mental thing. I mean,
Like
diets are all mental.
My kid's
But
not
that
gonna have
also
this.
comes from, I'll tell you right now, because our parents didn't know, you said it before.
Yeah.
It comes from an addiction. I'm talking about when I was 4 years old, I could just walk in my cupboard, grab some fucking Ho-Hos, grab some potato chips. It was
Cheerio.
nothing.
Even Cheerios are terrible.
Dude, it's terrible. All this
all
shit is terrible
terrible.
for you.
Everything's
And
bad
what happens is by the time, what you realize is if you look at everyone's pantries, you look at everyone's plates, it's 70, 80% carbs and sugars, processed foods, and you don't even realize
Processed.
it. But all of a sudden you're 30 and you're going like, holy shit, dude, I got all these fucking problems and I need sugar. I need carb. I need pizza. I need pasta. I need it. The diet shouldn't be hard if you were eating the right way all of your whole life. And
It's
that's
an
what we're
addiction.
trying to do.
It has to do with,
addiction.
I think it has to do with money to an extent too. Because
No,
you
that's bullshit.
absolute-
That is
no.
You don't
bullshit.
think so?
I do. It's so much harder to eat healthy
Okay.
with
Listen to
money.
me. All right,
It's so
there's
much
two things,
harder.
okay, all right. Number
With
one,
money?
No, if you have no money, it's easier to get dollar slice.
No,
than you
he's
have.
absolutely right.
Yeah,
that
I
is.
agree.
Can I
I
say
agree,
something?
yeah.
I said to my wife this, Lewis. It was Sunday. I go, look, I can't do it anymore. I know I've been back and forth for the last couple years, but I really got to stop this, and it's going to cost money, because when
you're
I'm
quitting
on
comedy. Thank God.
when I'm on the road, when I'm on the road, look at you're in a hotel. It's easier to get a pizza delivered, cheaper, if I'm going to go and get a steak. This hotel has to be better, because I have to have 24-hour room service.
Right.
So it does cost more money.
As a comic, you're right. It's harder when you're on the road as a comedian. Our lifestyle in particular, and that's why I posted that thing on Facebook, where it was just 10 quick little things so you could do a no sugar, no carb
Eat
thing.
your own jizz? Was that on there?
A lot of coming in my own mouth, or getting another guy to come in your mouth. Depends on your options. But it is harder for us.
Yeah.
But 99.9% of Americans are not comedians on the road.
Right.
So let's just take aside the comedian
But
lifestyle.
we don't care about them.
But
It's
no, the other
it's
people,
still hard to
it is
eat
more,
properly, though. Even if you have a full-time job. My brother works from 9 to 9 at
But
night.
hold on, dude. The salads
and he can't just go
in a
eat.
place like New York City, you have no excuse because there's fucking healthy organic
What about
salad
Moose
places
Jaw?
in every corner. Is that a place?
Yeah.
Or is that a food? It sounds delicious.
I understand what you're saying, but you're right.
But even a salad,
let
a
me
salad's
say
going to
this.
cost you
There have been hold on,
$14.
let me say this.
Yeah.
There have been studies done on both ends, okay, and it is nearly immeasurable.
Did they do the studies?
They did them, the Jews again. They did studies on both ends, and it is nearly immeasurable if you go throughout the year just eating healthy or eating shit. If you are doing it the right way, you have to be a little bit more creative because there's obviously less healthy options, but you can do
But
it.
it's,
You have to be
I agree.
creative.
Listen,
That's
here's
a
the thing.
good-
What do you care about? You care about fucking adding 20 years to your life?
Here's the
What's
thing, though.
important to you?
Okay, right now, I wanted to go get food. Okay, today I came down here. I was starving. I had to eat lunch before the show, or I was going to get sick. Because I get a headache because my blood sugar will fucking drop, and I'll get a headache just sitting here for 2 hours. So it's like, okay, I could go to Ben's and get a quick slice. I'm done. I'll go to Mamoon's and get a fucking shawarma. I'm fucking done. It's quick. It's easy. $6. And then it's like, okay, let me go get a papaya salad over here with chicken. I know there's sugar on it, the sauce, but it's like, okay, where's...
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference, but it's still... It's like, okay, here, let me go over here, do this, and I had to go through the process. My brain had to fight the whole way to get to the point where it's like, just go
Well, it's
fucking
because
eat
as
this.
Americans,
So,
we're addicted to sugar, and they
but
make it
here's the
look like
thing.
we're lazy. It's not about Americans being lazy.
But eating in New York, you say it's easier. There's no excuse. It's actually harder for me
Because you
because
have the
there's
options.
so many fucking...
Too much.
When I got money, when I realized... I told you this. I had that fucking thing. I'm walking down the street one day over on 9th Ave, and there's 10 pizza shops on my 9th Ave now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I can afford to go to every single one of them.
every single one of
them. Yeah.
There was a time where I could only eat... I would eat in the morning, right? Some type of egg sandwich.
Yeah.
And then I could come to the cellar, and you got paid in food. So I would eat here.
Yeah.
This would be my meals. That's it, because I couldn't
Yeah.
afford anything else. Then cut to years later.
You get money.
I can buy any... And I went to all fucking 10 pizza places.
in one afternoon.
No, it's in one afternoon.
I was kidding. That's sad.
I did. I got a slice of every single one. And my addictive fucking
Yeah.
hole that needed to be filled, now I have unlimited resources.
And the food for poor people is always funner. It looks funner. If you
It's
go to
neon
if you go to
colors.
Western Beef, like
Purple.
the mascot is a cactus. Western Beef is always in the worst, like the worst areas, like high crime, like where it's still old New York. There's still sketch chalk outlines of body, and you go into Western Beef,
it's-
and it's just a fun. And they got the cactus. You know, it's just. It's Whole Foods is not a
Yeah,
fun
but we're
place.
not
Whole
we're
Foods
not
is
fucking
overwhelming.
children, and we're not
Yeah,
monkeys.
yeah.
Where cartoon characters should be attracting us into places. You should have a little bit more.
Yeah, but it's when you're a kid. I think
it's hard.
That's the point.
Yeah.
This is exactly
Yeah.
the point of that
'Cause
documentary.
that's when you get addicted.
My kid loves squash. I fucking love that.
Right.
He fucking is. But here's the thing. We have dinner at fucking 5:30 every night.
You're
Right.
hungry.
Every fucking night, and we sit down at the table.
Yeah.
There's no phones. There's music on. No TVs. There's music. We'll have the music channel on, and we sit there. But it's like I feel like, what are we doing? I was like,
Right.
Is it? And this is good. This
Yeah.
is my kid's learning to sit at the dinner table and be social with his family. And have some music playing in the background, and the food we're eating is all natural food that my wife made. That's from it's not shit, anything
Yeah.
shit. It's not takeout.
Because I didn't grow up like. Did you grow up like that? I grew up
No, I
with
grew up-
takeout from
Yep.
Little League or whatever.
My mother used to make
takeout.
That's how I grew up.
My mother used to make rice all the time. You know
Yeah.
why? Because it was when we moved
Right.
out of when she divorced my second dad, and we moved into just me, her, and my sister in like a 2-bedroom apartment, and we lived the ghetto phase of my life.
Right.
She would make. Oh god, I'm addicted to it, and I haven't had it in around fucking 20 years. But it's the worst thing in the world. Cream of tuna.
What is
Yeah.
that?
It's tuna fish,
just with some sort of gunk.
cream of mushroom soup.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You mix it with peas, and you pour it over white rice.
Oh.
And it's like some type of goulash.
It sounds like something.
But
It
it's-
sounds like something like Mitt Romney would tell poor people to eat.
No, it
if
was
they
poor
had
people
to.
food. But I gotta,
my version
Yeah.
of that was the canned corned beef, like the shitty canned corned beef that like mashes
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
White rice and
Sounds
corn,
good.
and just like a bowl of that. Just mix it white rice, corn,
Oh,
corn beef.
sounds
Oh, dude,
great.
it was the best. I want that right now.
I do
would
too.
go right
Let's
now.
get some
Jeez.
cream of tuna and fucking some ghetto corn. But it's like, terrible.
We're
Do
eating
you know
them.
terrible eating as a kid 3 times a week, eating
Right.
just fucking white
Yeah.
minute rice,
Right.
which is even like what
Yeah.
the fuck rice is that?
It's horrible.
Just
I had
minute
sit down.
rice.
Yeah.
How can you cook
1
rice in a
minute.
minute?
Yeah.
What's that?
I had sit-down meals. My mom, thanks, Lewis, is holding my hand now. I had
See
my
how this
mom
podcast
made.
on my podcast, it changes. We have
slap
to
kiss,
we
isn't
have
it?
to get evolve through it.
The full spectrum
Yeah,
of human
I know.
emotion
Yeah.
I like it.
has
And look,
been in this room.
We're back on diets. I tried
Yeah.
to start this like an
Yeah.
hour ago. But I will tell you, I will say
What's
that
your
there
name
is Joanne. Here's the thing. I will say
Both
from-
of the names she named were characters from Sex and the City.
No, Joanne's not.
Is that
Sex and
not?
the City.
Joanne, no, that's
offensive.
my aunt's
That's like
girlfriend.
That's like a sweater
died.
vest name. But I will say, from working, because I worked at that weight loss clinic, so I learned a lot about food. There are
Right.
a lot of vegetables, and there are a lot of things that you may be eating that do break down into sugar that you don't know. But I will say also, you can change your habits. It takes 21 days to create a habit.
Yeah.
So if you honestly, if you stopped, if you cut out sugar for 21 days, you could reset your metabolism. But it's hard because the first
21
weeks-
days is the exact days I
21
watched
days.
tranny porn. And
Yeah.
I've been addicted ever since. That's
See?
weird. I
I
didn't
told
know.
But this is
I thought it was 2 years to become human. To become
human.
what's that word? Human nature.
like reprogrammed.
Yeah. I thought it was 2 years for something to become
Habit?
second nature for you.
21 days.
Isn't
to
it out of your
reset a
body in
metabolism.
21 days?
It could be all that kind of stuff. So, but once the sugar's out of your
What?
body, you're not.
Could you have more confidence, like Lewis?
That's probably why they have. That's probably why they have like 28-day
Can
programs.
you use they? They say.
The studies that they did said that no, but if once it is out of your system, though, it no longer.
Here's the
like
thing, though.
resetting thing.
Not going back, just to go back a little further with the kid thing. You know, I love. Look, man, I know me and you are kind of in the same spot. I
Celebrities.
I love my kid, man. I can't express the love I have for that motherfucker. You know, and it's, you know, but I know there's going to be a point where, where you have to put these limits on him for his own good. And like I said to him, he hit the dog. You know, he doesn't know that the dog, he thinks it's a toy. So he pushed down on Diva real kind of fucking, and I was like, no. And like that. And he looked at me and almost like scared.
Yeah.
And I felt like shit. I knew I fucked up.
Yeah.
I was just scared. I got scared for the
Shoulda
dog.
hit him.
I got fucking petrified for the dog. I thought he was going to really hurt my dog.
Yeah.
And it just was a reaction to that, like, don't hurt my fucking dog. And he looked at me like, what the fuck was that? And that's when I realized that tone, as well as fucking physical,
and then you're
is just as important.
Yeah.
Because it's not. There's nothing he does that's personal. There's nothing the kid does is to fuck with you.
No.
He just doesn't know any better, and it's hard to not. To take a breath. Because my wife, I just want to shut the fuck up. You can't really do that. Even though my kid's first word, I think, is going to be shit. Because it's always fucking, I'm always like, shit. Every time something happens, shit. So the other day, he goes, shit. I was like, fuck me. He's starting school, my fucking shit kid.
Yeah.
But well, go ahead. What are you going to say?
I was going to say just sometimes.
Keep using your fucking. Do you have nothing to say? You're just trying to
no,
stop
no,
me?
no. I was saying sometimes you read these things that they produce, but that when you use that kind of tone with the kid. So if you use the tone with the kid and the dog, then the kid could then associate the dog as not fun, mean, and then they might be afraid of dogs their whole life. Like
it's
in the weird
fucking
shit
weird.
like that it's all connected.
Like I know that back in the day, hey, just let the kid fucking grow up.
Right.
But there is that too, where you kind of want to let the kid be a fucking kid. I'm a pussy though. My wife is more. He's fine. I'm always, he'll climb up on his chair into her on the couch, and she's sitting there with a phone in one hand, going, and I'm like, whoa, 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 and she's like, he's fine. It's like he's fine until he's not. And then you're a fuck up.
Well, you ever watch like you probably know this with like your mom or like my aunt who's like in her 70s. We'll leave him, we'll leave James, and we won't even leave him anymore because old people are fucking retarded.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we're gonna go to the store, and he'll just be going like into the kitchen through cabinets and shit. I'm like, Emery, you gotta watch him. He can't just go into the cabinets. The place.
Because you back when you were a kid, you did.
They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We just fucking. This is why I have scars all over my body, and I fucking have anger problems, and I have an addiction to food and stretch marks on my body because they didn't fucking care. People
it's
need
all
to
coming out now,
they
fatty.
need to start fucking caring.
You got stretch marks too. At least
I'd rather
mine.
stretch marks than a fucking 48-inch waist, you fat fuck.
oh boy.
That was just mean, dude.
I think baby boomers were just not great parents,
It was
They just weren't good parents.
It's a very big part, and I can't tout the fucking this documentary enough, but a very big part of it was
Just use the word tout.
a very big part of it was
My predecessor, I tout.
was these companies that were giving money to the government and lobbying the government, just like the cigarette companies did. And you start to realize now exactly how much of it was. They break down the Michelle Obama thing, where she had a genuine, she really wanted to start a movement where we were going to get kids fucking eating healthy and moving. And then every company, every big sugar company was like, no, yeah, we would love to be involved. And they got their money in it. They got their hooks in it. Dude, every school, there's a Pizza Hut in almost every school in this country. There's Pepsi machines. It's crazy to me that you're giving kids the option to pump this poison into their body.
My mother used to make me a lunch every day. Peanut butter and jelly.
Well, two of them.
Literally, it was just pure sugar. It was white bread with peanut butter, Skippy
peanut butter.
with fucking some jelly. What the fuck jelly doesn't have the actual fruit in? It's just jelly. It's fucking like pig lard, whatever the fuck it is to make. It's crazy. And then an apple. Oh, fucking great. They say go to a supermarket and eat everything on the edges and nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
Everything on the edges is good.
My high school, we had the worst food. We had French fries, burgers, hot dogs. Then we had like sandwiches, but they were all fucking processed sandwiches.
Yeah.
Nothing was healthy at
Yeah,
all.
like
And it was the
when
worst.
my kid goes to school, he's getting a fucking lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And every once in a while, I'm going to have to let him buy
The pizza,
some shitty
whatever,
food.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that, I'm hoping that
He'll be grossed out by it. Think about this. When you do no sugar, no grains, right?
Yeah.
When you just put a little bit of sugar in your coffee,
Yeah.
you remember like, oh, dude, this is really fucking sweet.
Yeah, you
like,
lose
holy
the taste
shit.
buds.
You
Yeah,
lose
it's like
the flavor
cake.
for it. Exactly.
My wife's coffee's like fucking cake.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I would fucking kill for just one sip
It makes
of
me feel good when I eat it. Let me tell you something. When I went back to Boston with this fucking loser and Stavros, we ate. We went to the North End and we went to fucking La Familia Giorgio's, where I used to wait tables.
Irish place?
And we went to Bova's Bakery. We went to Bova's Bakery. We walked out with fucking 2 tins and sat on a fucking mailbox with milk and just ate cannolis
Well, I didn't eat anything. You guys bullied me into eating food. I was so full.
So good.
It's how you go. As my mom thought she could retire off like collecting Disney toy sets at McDonald's. That was like her plan to retire. And she would collect these and put them in like shoe boxes under. And this is why like, my mom was schizophrenic. And that was like the first sign of it. Like my dad would come home and there'd just be boxes of shoe boxes, and he'd open them up and it'd be like Princess Diana bears.
She make you eat
and
the
Buzz
fucking food?
Lightyear. She would take me to McDonald's. She'd be like, "You hungry?" I'd be like, "No." She'd be like, "We're going to McDonald's."
Whoa.
So we would just go around and listen to how sick it was. We'd go around more than once because she'd be like, "We have to get 3 Buzz Lightyears, and that means they're only the max is 2. We got to go around again." So I'd have like a burger and then go around again for an ice cream.
That's
like that's how sick
Really?
I
That's
grew up.
crazy.
And
Were you
so,
a
like,
fat kid or did you become like
I
this?
was I was an actor when I was a little kid, so I got fat.
You were an actor?
I was a child actor when I was a little
Well,
guy.
what would you do? What'd you do?
I did like Sesame Street a bunch. I did.
You did?
Yeah, Comedy Central skit. Bunch of NYU student films. Nothing huge. Nothing huge.
So you're like,
So I was
Well,
fucked
his
up.
bio is still better than mine. Just for
Yeah,
that.
well, it was,
More credit
but it was
than
like
I am.
around 12 or 13. The acting stopped, and then I started to really
So
pile.
real depression. Just
real
fucking-
depression.
At 12, just piling cheese.
It was like
in
a
your face.
bad.
Are your parents overweight?
My mom is overweight. My dad has gotten himself because he went on.
Well, one of her
remarried.
personalities are.
Yeah, one of her personalities is fat. The other 3 are no, and she was. But that's how you would get. I would go. I came out of an audition once, and this is what I said to my parents. I said, "Listen," and they said our kid really has his head screwed on straight. This is what I said to them. I said, "I didn't get the part, but can we still go to McDonald's?" And my dad said to my mom, he goes, "You know what? That's a kid that's really got his head." No, that's a food addiction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
a sick. For an 8-year-old kid to go, I didn't get the part, but can I just have 3 fish
But hold on,
fillets?
until I was 27, I
Yeah.
think that I would love to just go. I'd go to McDonald's probably
Right.
4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Up until I was in my mid-20s.
Yeah, but you gotta understand too that like my grandfather, they didn't have McDonald's.
Right.
You went to a fucking
Yeah.
restaurant
Yeah,
and
right.
you had food.
We'd eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some asshole cooking.
I went to the first McDonald's.
Yes.
You know, but it's
You
like
eat things on
think
plates.
about the food. Think about how many people we have to feed. Think about how many. You know what amazes me? This is what fucking blows my mind is being on like a plane and eating a filet mignon.
Right.
It's like how. I know how hard it is. Like you go to the thing and there's a
Yeah.
date on it, and
Right.
you got to eat it before. How the fuck did this last? You know, how the fuck did this like? In the middle of the country
Yeah.
is there lobster.
Right.
I know they caught it, and did they free? And what the fuck did they have to do to that to make it last 2 months?
Yeah.
Nothing
What they say
good.
is
Like deli meat.
Yeah.
Like you look at deli
Yeah.
meat, it's there forever. As soon as they cut it, it's good for fucking 4 days. How the fuck does that happen?
Preservatives.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Genetic
is that?
manipulation.
I think it's the cousin
Yeah.
of predecessors.
Right.
What the fuck are they putting?
touts.
What are they putting in these things to you know? What I mean?
Small young touts. They
Back-
inject
back-
them right into
Back in the
meat.
day, the only way to keep something was to fucking smoke it, salt it, and that's it, or
That's
to
why
jar
people
it.
in Europe.
Smoke it, salt it, fuck it, done.
Yeah.
Boom, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah. People in Europe aren't fat because they
No.
buy something in the afternoon, eat it that night,
Yeah.
and they're done with it.
They don't
There's
snack
no such
either.
thing
So
as
people always go, like,
Yeah.
why aren't
Breakfast, lunch,
Italians
and
fat? Because they
dinner.
have all
That's
that pasta. Italians, dude, the pasta
They
is
walk
such a
everywhere.
small
Right.
portion
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the
they're
meal.
really
Right.
They
fucking
have
full.
fish and chicken and all this great meat.
But they
that-
also don't work hard. They don't do anything to the extreme.
And there's
Europe
no-
does nothing to the extreme.
There's no fast food places over there either.
Right.
There's no snacking.
Yeah.
Didn't they ban in Sweden? Some dude
Yeah.
actually bought the last Big Mac and has it, and
Yeah.
he's just been sitting in a
And it's
jar,
unchanged.
unchanged for like 3
Unchanged.
years. He bought it from the last Big
Yeah.
Mac ever sold in the
How-
country.
They-
McDonald's has spun that as like a
That-
positive.
okay,
They're
here's
like,
what I'm talking
"See,
about."
It's a classic.
okay, you're gonna go get ribs at McDonald's, right?
Oh.
How the fuck?
How do you
doing
bite through the
that.
bone? It's not real ribs, Bob.
I know, but how the fuck do they make? How do they? It's like where does this fucking food? And it
Yeah.
has to travel.
Right.
Where? I want to see the kitchen. I want to see.
It's a lab. It's not a kitchen.
Okay,
It's
but
a
where do
lab,
they get?
yeah.
Okay, they make the hamburger somewhere, right? Where do they make the hamburger? What's the? Have anybody ever seen
don't
the
they air-
process?
Yeah, isn't there a documentary where they're just
Yeah.
clubbing cows in the head over and over again with hammers? Like, fuck you, cow! I hope your mom gets AIDS!
Yeah.
That's the process for all meat in this
Yeah,
country.
but I mean, where does it become a patty? Like, they see that show How It's Made,
Right.
And they show like the thing, and then the soda bottle comes down, and the
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen like McDonald's How It's Made.
They would never want that.
No.
McDonald's is losing money now for the first time.
McDonald's
in
is
forever.
in 50 years. McDonald's probably won't be around.
It's good. That's a positive
It's
thing.
gonna
I
be.
almost feel bad though because you gotta understand McDonald's is demonized. Like those golden arches are
Right.
like we go like fuck you guys, you're evil. But it's Coke,
Panera's
it's Pepsi,
but it's
every
just as
one of these
bad.
companies.
Chipotle is just as bad.
But dude,
Yeah,
they're
Chipotle's
fucking
in
demons.
disguise.
They're the
Yeah.
ones that fucked us. They're the ones that when we travel to go back to Boston, the only place I can go
It's McDonald's.
is fucking McDonald's.
That's it.
I have a problem more with like Nature's Own, that company where they're pretending that it's healthy food.
Yeah.
At least
Doug's
McDonald's
Bus.
says, "Fuck you, dude! Triple cheeseburger, put it in your
But
fucking
what
gullet."
McDonald's did, they made it for
That's like
kids.
that's
Yeah,
like
that's
the,
what's
for
fucked
kids.
up.
that's like the
Yeah.
nuts when you go to buy a bag of nuts, but
Yeah.
it's literally clustered together.
Oh,
with
Yeah.
fucking
Full of sugar.
chocolate chips and M&Ms. You're like, I got
Those
some
Kind bars,
It was just
Yeah.
me
those
and a
Kind bars aren't good at all. They came out and said it.
Yeah, me and a zip car just fucking throwing down candy. Yeah,
I'm eating healthy, dude.
Dad, I'm eating healthy, Dad. Dad, I'm fucking eating nuts, Dad, with clusters, Dad.
Smoothies
Full
are like
of
the
sugar.
worst thing you can have,
Yeah.
right?
Well, not a
No,
real
it just
one. A real
depends on
one is
what you
good.
Well,
Yeah.
no, if you, I got
Yeah.
the NutriBullet, and I'll
Okay.
put
Yeah,
in,
that thing is amazing.
apples,
Kale.
kale.
You want
I
to have,
can't.
you want to have the fiber with it. That's what
Yeah.
it is. That's the difference as well.
Kale is fucking. oof.
Pure juice is just sugar.
In
It
a
is.
drink,
It's
though.
just like white sugar. If you're drinking orange
Yeah, I
juice,
just get the one with
Yeah.
strawberries, bananas, and ice and ice cream.
if you drink,
I get that one. That's my favorite smoothie.
Yeah,
that's
yogurt.
okay.
Yogurt
It's
is
just a
fucking
milkshake.
sugar.
Yeah.
The McFlurry.
Yeah,
The McFlurry. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the
M&M's.
mixed smoothie.
Reese's.
Yeah,
fucking
they have
nuts.
smoothies at McDonald's.
I ate yesterday clean for the first time.
What's clean?
Yeah.
clean? Okay.
bars
I
of
woke-
soap,
I woke up.
bath salts.
Stupid.
Boo. Bars of
Flocka.
soap.
How many calories
you
are
already
in
have it. No,
Flocka?
you have it. I woke up yesterday. I had scrambled eggs with ham and one piece of cheese.
Okay.
Okay. I had some strawberries and I had an orange with
Okay,
that.
that's not bad.
Then for lunch, I had a salad with pecans, rolled up roast beef, some rolled up cheese, and vinegar and oil dressing. No sugar. She
Right.
made it. You understand? So there's
Right.
no sugar added.
Right.
And then for dinner, squash, chicken,
Yeah.
grilled, like a chicken cordon bleu with no breading. No breading. She made it without the breading. It was egg and butter she put on it. So, and there you go. And then later that night, I got fucking hungry.
Yeah.
My thing was kicking in, so I had
Diabetes.
no. I thought it was good. I had one meatball, but she
Right.
doesn't make it with.
A little bit of. Oatmeal.
She doesn't do. She doesn't do.
So I do like.
she doesn't do breadcrumbs. It's mostly meat.
I do oatmeal and I do like a third of what the recipe calls for because oatmeal it really gets it
Yeah.
stuck together.
Yeah, I think she does it with
What
cheese.
about-
She makes it with cheese.
know
Actually,
what I do?
She make cheese keeps the meatball together.
Yeah.
Dude, I do a bacon cheddar meatloaf.
I'm fucking so hungry right
Dude,
now.
listen,
Let's
this
go
is
to
what you-
Ben's.
We'll go to Ben's. You gotta tell you what. You gotta tell Dawn to do this, dude. You take the meat.
You tell fucking. Don't
I'm
tell
gonna
me.
tell Dawn.
Don't tell
I'm
Dawn.
gonna call Dawn.
Go ahead.
I take little hunks of cheese and I put it in the meatloaf mix.
Yeah.
And then I wrap it in bacon, the whole thing, the bottom of the pan and then the top of it. So when you cut into it, there's just cheese gooing out of it,
Oh, yeah.
dude. It's
But-
phenoms.
All right.
What about peanut butter with no added sugar? Like
great.
Natural
a-
peanut
all
butter?
day.
Yes, the
All day.
crunchy kind.
Yeah, I eat that, but I mean,
I feel like
you have to.
throwing-
It takes weeks to get that to get off of crunchy Skippy.
Which
You
is
know
the
what I
best
mean?
thing in the entire world.
No, apple slices and all natural peanut butter is
It's
phenomenal.
honestly-
Phenomenal once you get over.
Or figs. Figs is
Yeah.
a great like
What'd you
natural
call me?
like sweet
Whoa.
thing.
Whoa.
Figs.
All right, listen, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm fucking starving again. But I'm back on. I'm fucking. I just can't do it. I
Yeah.
can't.
It's the
I'm
summer,
fucking
it's hot.
done.
Yeah.
I slept last night for the first time in a long time. I was waking up like a fucking after my barbecue. How great was the food at my barbecue
It was
though?
really good.
You missed out on that. How come you didn't come?
I was on the road.
Where?
Comics at Foxwoods.
What a great time. Even though it rained, it was fucking.
It was
great
okay.
Food.
I mean, it was half full that night, but you know,
What, your show?
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we knew it was half full. Fuck. The Gomites, all the thousands of Gomites didn't
It's
show
a
up.
very big fucking venue, buddy. It's 400
Yeah,
seats.
I know, dude. I know.
It was nowhere near half full.
It's a hard room to sell.
Yeah.
And they have a beautiful theater. They're right across the street.
They're moving, you know.
Where are they moving?
Mohegan Sun.
To what room?
I don't know, but I know they're taking. I think they're taking all that shit over.
Are they taking over the theater in Mohegan Sun?
Yeah.
That place?
Everything.
Really?
They have like 4 rooms they're going to be using.
Wow, that's a big move. Wow.
That you want to know? Talking about eating, dude. That gig is so fucking awesome, Mohegan Sun, because when you work there, they give you something called the sludge card, and it basically gets you free food the whole time you're working. And you could just go into it's the employee cafeteria for a mega casino, so it's thousands of employees, so it has like fucking buffet lines, everything you want. And you get unlimited food.
Yeah, I can't.
It's crazy.
I don't do that anymore because it makes me feel like I'd rather just it's like doing coupons. I don't like doing coupons because I've been poor most of my life, and I feel like when I use a coupon,
You're poor again.
I feel like like my wife's a nickel chaser. She'll fucking throw a coupon at me as I'm leaving. Use this 20%. I like to pay full price because I can, because I never could.
Dude, I downloaded a Dunkin' Donuts coupon on the internet. I just off of Facebook. I downloaded it.
Like I said.
And then for a week, I got free Dunkin' Donuts iced coffees.
I know,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm saying,
Same
because I don't
thing.
have to. You still do.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm kidding. I'm going to shit my pants. All right, let's go to the chat room real quick.
Yeah, sure. James Pasqui asks, what do you guys think about Seinfeld refusing to play colleges?
He doesn't. First of all, he didn't say that. He doesn't refuse to play. He doesn't need to play colleges.
Yeah.
He doesn't need, because he's a fucking He has $400 million in the bank. He doesn't need to do a college and deal with that
He
shit.
was commenting on the PC.
What happened with colleges? They used to be a place for freedom of thought and speech, and where you'd go and everybody could be anybody they wanted to be. Now it's pretty much politically correct. Everybody's the same. You don't make fun of anybody. If you're going to play a college, you can't make fun of. They'll say to you, you can't make fun of women. Don't make fun of blacks. Don't make fun of race or religion. So you have to, as a comic, that's against everything.
I don't even understand how to do a college. I have no clue.
Well, I used to do them all the time, and
you could be dirty back then.
Well, you could be dirtier. Now it's you're going to offend somebody. If you're at a college, you will offend somebody.
Nate Bargatze got a letter. He brought me to open one time. He got a letter because I opened up for him, and I was just doing race shit. I'm doing whatever. And he told me he was like cleaning up a little, and I'm like, dude, I literally cleaned up as much as I could. Yeah. So they wrote him a letter, and they had like the entire student
His
body.
opening was, "Hey, faggots."
They had the entire student body sign it. And Nate, instead of being like, it's my friend, I brought him, he threw me under the bus. He's like, dude, I never met that guy. They told.
Yeah, because Nate has a fucking family, and Nate is clean, and Nate can do a college, and he can make. I get it. Nate, you know how much money Nate could make at a college, because he's not catering. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Nate is a clean
He
fucking
just does
guy.
his act.
Yeah.
But
It's funny.
there has so I think that what Seinfeld is saying, and it's funny because Colin Quinn's book just came out, which is
Coloring book
about all of this. You should get it. I bought it today. I read the first. There's a sample you can buy, which is hilarious. It's it's Colin Quinn, the coloring book by Colin Quinn, that's actually what it's called.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
because
he was making a joke.
I was making a shitty joke.
But
Yeah, I
he
was
literally,
like,
it says in the book, he says it in such a dumb way that I could understand it, and also he's so smart that smart people can understand it too. That he's, it's basically, we are different. We're not all the same. There is different things with different races and different people. And just because you say something racist about somebody doesn't make you a racist. There's somebody who uses the N-word in traffic isn't the leader of the Ku Klux Klan. You know what I mean? Just like a black guy who hates a white guy doesn't hate all white people.
Right.
They're the white friends that they would die for and protect.
Nuance.
You know what
There's
I mean?
nuance to everything.
Everybody's different. So I think that I'm glad that fucking Seinfeld doesn't have to stick up for us, for you, for comedians.
Right.
It's our job to fucking talk about fucked up shit and race and women and make fun of it. It's a job to do that stuff. So it's the kids are being brought up that we're all the same. We're fucking not.
Right.
We're not. We should be able to talk about it. So what else?
Buddy C. Buddy says, more Puerto Rican snake venom, please.
I don't know if you can get much more than today. Most
No,
fought
second
with
half.
fucking
Me and Scopo
Scopo.
will be okay. We'll get past this.
I don't
He's
know.
furious. He hasn't made eye contact with me for the second
I don't
half of
know,
the show.
dude. That was kind of fucked up. Well, I just heard a buzz. Somebody's talking about me. Go ahead.
Michael Van Heddel says, YKWD, blurring the lines between podcast and hospital waiting room.
Go ahead, man. Is this your chat?
Yeah, these are the ones I'm picking out.
He's catering towards your fucking.
I like it.
pounding.
I'm finding the balance, man. I'm
There's
finding
no
one
balance. Be
More
you.
positive
Be
me.
you.
More positive me.
Be
Poo-poo.
you. Don't be such a pussy. You yelled at by this guy, and all of a sudden you're a fucking. I should get rid of you.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's your call.
Where you gonna go?
Nowhere. Just home.
All right, go ahead.
I'll fire Ding Dong for you.
Oh, really? Okay.
We'll talk.
Well, no, I don't want to. I'm good then. Thanks.
Go ahead.
Buddy C. Buddy says next episode we should we watch Food Incorporated with Bobby. I fucked that up. Sorry.
Poor what buddy with Buddy. You smashed his joke that he rewrit and asked his wife if it was funny 3 times. What do you think about this? Don't say that. That's too mean. All right. God, what else?
Black Gospel says the girl looks like she's at the French Open. She's been turning her head left and right the whole time.
What else you got?
Good one.
Go to Bobby Chat.
Buddy C. Buddy says he was very active today. Buddy C. Buddy says,
Hi, buddy. Want to block him too?
Louis J. is Nate's closing bit on his newest CD.
Yeah.
He is. What's the bit?
He tells a story about how I freaked out in a McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Tie it all together.
That was funny. What else? Anything else?
I Rock to Rap says Chris Rock was saying the same thing as Seinfeld in The New Yorker recently.
Well,
So-
Chris Rock should be defending that because he's the guy, but he's black, so he can say anything. That's what Colin said on The View today. They were, white guys, speech is being infringed. We can't talk about anything anymore.
Yeah.
Which is true.
I love being Puerto Rican. Like, just the little tiny bit of Puerto Rican that I am gives
Yeah.
me so much freedom to say such awesome stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a little bit of Puerto Rican. Anyways, all right. We're going to close the show with me getting the bomb bandana. All right, listen, it's been a crazy show today. I've been recovering from my illness, but I enjoyed it. I think it was pretty crazy. I know that we've ended some friendships. We've probably maybe cleared out some cobwebs in the attic and learned a little bit about ourselves today. I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, yeah, well, come on again, would you?
This was I loved every minute of it.
All right, so it might not be Chris booking the show, but it might be Lewis.
I might reach out to you. But can I say one thing? Fans, if you would rather see me as a producer of the show instead of Chris Scopo, just tweet at Bobby, tweet at YKWD Podcast. I won't even take Chris's job. Let me show Chris the ropes. Have him work under me for a month.
Right.
Let me fix the fundamental problems with Chris and
How did my show become? Because my show is popular, like it's become very popular.
Yeah.
Like it's more popular than a lot of shows.
Yeah, well, it's plateaued a little.
But no, it actually hasn't. It's actually grown in the last 6 months. It's gotten more popular than it's ever been. I don't know why, but it's getting more popular. And
it's not Chris Scopo.
The actual video portion of it, right? I mean, we're doubling that, and I mean, it's actually becoming better and better.
It's not.
How do we explain that if the show?
Bobby, this is the problem. You're too good. You're just too good of a person. You don't even see the fact that you're blowing up in the industry. You got a brand new hour on Comedy Central. You're fucking Louis' brother on Louis. You're all over TV. You have a brand new show, Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, premiering this July 17th? 16th on FX.
Yeah.
Unbelievable show. You're about to be a fucking international superstar, okay? So the problem is, you're not even seeing that. Yeah, that's obviously why the show is growing.
Did you just go cockeyed?
No.
You just made me dizzy. I think you just went cockeyed, dude.
But
I don't know what that was, but I think one eye just went the other way. Yeah, something just happened, dude. Was it me?
You need to take care. You need to take advantage of this momentum that the show has and all of your industry.
So it is going. It has momentum.
It is huge momentum.
Okay.
You're insane. I'm not saying. I'm kidding. It hasn't plateaued. I'm just saying the problem is the show's going to premiere on July 16th.
Yes.
Okay. Millions of people are going to start tuning into the show every week, and they're going to have a fucking
but when this
2% milk program because of Chris Scopo and
when the show happens, I'm going to switch it over to just an interview show, one person a week. I'm going to stop doing the show.
That's okay.
So I'm just going to do a Mark Maron thing where it'll be like just famous people.
So you're going to do a boring show.
So it will just be me or Colin or me or Norton or me or Voss or whoever the famous people are once a week.
It would probably be a better show.
You think? I know, dude. Let me tell you something. Having you and everybody, just a bunch of who's on, really has fucked up my fucking show. You know how fucking famous this show would have been if I could have just had Keith Robinson, fucking Colin, if I could just Voss on. I had fucking the who's of who's not of Whoville on every week. And then as soon as you guys got popular, you just went off and did your own fucking shows and left me in the dust. with fucking him and what's her name. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Dude,
Allison.
what do you got, man?
Third Saturday every month, Long Island City Creek in the Cave, 10 p.m. We do a free comedy show.
Oh shoot, I gotta go over there, man.
Please come anytime you want. We pack it out once a month.
Dude, what is it? What night is it on?
It's the third Saturday, so every month at the third Saturday.
What time?
10 p.m.
Dude, I might do that because
Yeah,
I want
anytime
to
you wanna
get
come,
the fuck
please.
out of the city on a
Yeah.
Saturday and hang out and go somewhere
Yeah.
else. All right, cool,
Anytime
man.
you want.
Dude, come
Yeah.
back on, would you?
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having
You
me.
got it, man. It was great having you on
I'll
the
hit
show.
you up, Tim. I'll make it happen.
Please,
All right, bud?
absolutely.
What's up, man?
Guys, I'm going to be headlining.
Wait a minute. Wait. Was that my producer?
Well, yeah, it was your producer talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim, we'll
Oh,
make that
my
happen.
fucking nose.
Next
I
time you have
paused-
something big coming up, let me know. We'll make sure we...
100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
I must sound like Snuffleupagus. I just got these boogers in my nose. It's killing me. Go ahead. What do you got there?
Guys,
Paleface?
this upcoming Father's Day weekend, I'll be back up in fucking
Is this
Canada.
Father's Day?
Father's Day weekend.
Two
What are you doing
weeks.
up there?
I'm going to be headlining Comedy Underground, which is the weed bar up in Toronto.
Love that place.
It's one of the first of all,
The lady
Puff
who
Mama,
runs it?
dude, she's the shit, dude.
She's awesome.
Literally, I'm not even making this up. My favorite place to go on the road. It's a 420 friendly place. You can
Yeah.
smoke weed, dude. It's so laid back. It's such a fun.
I
time.
can only do like an hour there, and I have to get off stage.
No, because it's so much
You
weed
just
in
get
the air.
secondhand.
Last time I was there, it was packed. And I was just up there, and halfway through, I was like, I gotta go, man. Thank you for I just went out and I patted somebody's dog for like a half hour. I was like, yeah.
But I'll be there June 18th, and then that Friday and Saturday, the 19th and 20th, I'm going to be in Windsor, Canada, headlining the Comedy Quarry. So come on, check me
Windsor.
the fuck out.
All right, what's up, man?
I'm gonna be doing stand-up on flat. Just people are fun, like me.
I mean,
I am
you knew
doing
this was
stand-up on
coming.
the
It's going in
spot.
a circle.
It's all right.
I know I
Fucking
did.
Jesus
I just was getting
Christ.
jealous of all your shows. I just want to do
All
more
they're in
stuff.
Canada.
I don't care. I
It's
want
at
to
a
go
weed
everywhere.
bar.
I know.
So go with him.
Can
You
I
can come
go
with me.
it?
Yeah, he
Thank
can
you.
go with him. Are you
I mean,
married?
believe me, Scopo's not going to
No,
want to
I
open up
have
for
a
me
boyfriend.
anymore.
You have a
so-
boyfriend.
Yeah, he's a
All right,
comic
then
as
don't
well. I won't
Don't
go.
go with him.
Robbie.
Robbie who?
Yes,
Robbie
Robbie
Slowick.
Slowick.
Funny guy.
Do I know? I know
He's very
Robbie. Do I know Robbie?
Probably not.
That's what we should have had you two on. That would have been a great one.
I'll tell.
Yeah, have you both on at the same time.
Yeah.
Bob,
we
let me
do.
know. We'll figure that out. Let's figure out everyone's schedule and
But no, I'm at the stand. We run stand up on the spot, which is a totally improvised stand up show, which is completely volatile and scary and so much fun. And we have Jay on all the time and a lot of really fun people. And that's
Who's
at the
Jay?
stand.
which is not volatile for him at all
big-
because he doesn't write jokes and that's what he does.
I
Big
know.
Jay?
But
Yeah.
no, not for. But it's nice to he makes the whole thing comfortable because the rest of us are like But it's very fun. You go out of your comfort
Does
zone.
Jaden not write jokes at all?
Nah.
But are his jokes that he does new every time old jokes that he's
No,
done?
he does legit like crowd work. He doesn't
Yeah.
he doesn't do like we've seen some comics where they have
Right.
worked crowd work.
Yeah.
Like the shit in, the person.
Yeah,
in the
I'm not
front row.
shitting on him, by the way. I'm
Yeah.
just asking.
No, he's the best at crowd work, so
He's
that's what
great.
he does.
Yeah,
You know.
it's nice to. He's kind of like our.
I just
little-
called him yesterday.
Artist
I gotta
in
talk to that
resident.
fuck.
Yeah, you asked me
I
for his
forgot.
number.
Yeah, I talked to. I gotta talk to him. I felt bad. I didn't invite him to the barbecue.
Oh.
I called. I called him to invite him to the barbecue. I left a message,
Right.
and he never got back to me. And I was like, "Oh shit! I hope he's not offended." Then it was kind of like latter, but it was. I called actually somebody else. It was in the
called
same
Jay
BJ part.
Abandanza?
It was somebody else. So then I sent them a text yesterday. Hey, what the fuck? You didn't get my message? And they were like, "Hey, no." And I read. I was like, "Oh, that's the wrong guy."
That's hilarious.
So then that's when I asked for his number. So that's good. I would like to do that too.
Absolutely. It's once a month, usually at the end on like a Wednesday.
That's
It's
great.
Wednesday the 24th.
Thank you for
at
coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And
No, it was fun.
what's your Twitter?
At Casey Balsham.
All right, I appreciate it. It was a crazy show,
It was fun.
but I thought it
very
was
fun.
fucking interesting and great.
Very
and
interesting.
thanks.
that's
for
why I
having
like
us.
doing this show because I don't know what the fuck gonna happen week to
Yeah.
week. I mean, I know if Lewis comes on, he's gonna have a problem with somebody. And then
His
at the end,
arms
he
crossed.
usually his energy goes down because he hasn't eaten, and he'll just be quiet for the second half and be analytical and less feisty. You know, he's like a pit bull that got choked by a fucking lady.
Drug lady.
I got nothing. Do I have the bandana? I got it. So, anyways, Scopo, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you mad?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to punch me in the head as I walk down the stairs?
No, he's not going to punch
No,
you.
I'm above you. It's all right.
Oh shit! Just admit it was you with the thing, so we
What?
can move on. It was
What?
you. It was you with that, right? Just so we can move on.
Yeah, fine. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Bobby. It was
Just
me with
don't-
the board.
just don't
I
do
fucked
it.
up the whole show. It's me. I'm the problem with
See,
YKWD.
no, just admit it.
Okay, I am. It's
It
me.
was you.
Guys, it's all me, guys.
All right.
None of my ideas are valid. Guys, tune in next week.
Why are you talking about ideas?
I have a lot of ideas for the show. What
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna do.
not that. I'm talking about just that. Someone unplug that.
But dude, I unplugged it. We'll move past that. I'm the new producer of the show. Scopo, you're going to work directly underneath me. Deepu, you're fine for now. You're good. Scopo's the intern for the next
I thought you were just hiring Deepu for you.
No. He can't actually come to the show. My team didn't like him that much. He had a lot of attitude.
Yeah.
So, he had a negative attitude.
So, negative attitude.
Scopo, here's the deal, okay? I'm the producer for the next month.
Yeah.
Scopo's my intern. I can't make it every week because I got a lot going on. But Scopo will be here.
Well, all right, well, let's do this. Let's make you the producer.
Okay.
And you will inherit this show when I leave if you stop doing Real Ass Dude.
Okay.
Really? What the fuck, dude? I'm kidding.
I'll just have Zach come on this show, and then we got fucking Real Ass Podcast.
We should have Zach on.
Zach is a killer, dude.
I would love to have him on.
So
I would love to have him on. Is he? This is what I don't like, though. I don't like when people are built up to be on the show. I don't want,
I know that's why I don't want to have to come in here.
I don't want him to build up
on.
and have him come in with the fucking bunch of zingers he wrote down.
No, he's not like, dude. Scopo, let's put our bullshit aside. Is Zach not a fucking killer?
Yeah, he's fucking.
Do
funny.
I know
He's funny.
Zach?
He's like
Is that
an
the guy
open
I brought
micer
to the
comic.
donut place?
No, that's Robbie Bernstein.
Oh, I love Robbie.
No, he looks like a monster. He looks like what's her name from the Drew Carey show? Mimi. He looks like Mimi from the Drew Carey show, dude. He's got crazy like punk rock hair. He's fucking
let's have him
350
on.
pounds.
Let's
He's
have him on.
disgusting to look at.
All right.
Oh, he's got the dyed hair.
Yeah, you got the dyed
Okay,
hair.
yes,
He's
yes,
wacky.
yes, yes.
All right. So, anyways, all
He's
right. So
wacky.
check it out. Here's the deal. I want you to do a few things for us. I want you to go and buy Colin Quinn's book. It's called The Coloring Book. A Comedian Solves Race Relations in America. Colin Quinn. Okay. You can get it on your phone, your iPad, wherever. iTunes. Go get the book. And I want you to buy this shirt right here, the Comedy Cellar shirt. You can go to the website, or you can just come down when you're in the Village and you go into the club, which everybody does every week because it's sold out every show, and grab yourself 20 fucking bucks. And if you want, grab one of those. Robert Kelly Live at the Village Underground. Get that right at riotcast.com. Make sure you go to robertkellylive.com. What are my dates coming up?
Well, the producer has him.
Oh.
Yeah, well, why would I have his fucking dates memorized? I was named the producer moments ago. My intern, Chris Scopo, does have your dates, though. Hey, intern,
So
Chris.
Also, the producer always reads them off at the end of the show.
Well,
so
give me
you're
the
the
dates.
producer.
So
Chris.
give me him.
Hey,
Give me him, fuckface.
Go, take him.
He
All right,
doesn't
guys.
have them.
I have
Look,
them.
this is
They're
re-
loaded up on them, I think.
Give
So
me-
put the password in, idiot.
Hey, how about this, Chris? Let's not fuck me right now because you have a problem
He's
with
trying
him.
to prove a point by giving me a
All
locked
right,
phone.
Go ahead. Read my dates.
Hey, guys, if you're a fan of Bobby, and we all know you are.
Did you unblock him? Lewis?
Yeah,
We
that's a
talked
temporary
about
thing. Yeah.
Guys, coming up this June 27th, he's going to be at Treehouse Comedy Club in Sports Haven, New Haven, Connecticut. That's actually with myself and fat ass Chris Scopo.
Yeah.
Which is going to be
Wow.
pretty crazy. Well, we might not be on.
One of them might not be
Yeah,
there.
one of us might not be able to be in the car, so we'll see what happens. Also, the weekend of the 16th, 17th, and 18th, Gotham Comedy Club here in New York City. July 24th and 25th, Comedy Cove, Springfield, New Jersey. August 7th and 8th, he's going to be at Governor's and McGuire's out in Bohemia, New York. That's out in Long Island. With
get on that show,
Tim
dude.
Dillon's old
I'm out there.
stomping ground. Salt Lake City, Utah, the West Club, August 20th through
can't wait for that.
22nd. September, he's got the Comedy Shop in Jersey. Just for Laughs Toronto coming up at the end of September. Guys, make sure you go to robertkellylive.com for all dates, information,
And
updates, news.
my special.
His special you guys can actually purchase from his website directly, only $5. Check this out, dude. It's fucking uncensored. So even if you saw it on Comedy Central, you saw a shell
Beep,
of
beep,
what
beep. Yes.
fucking Bobby Kelly is. So, and believe me, this motherfucker is blowing up, guys. Bigger than ever, not just physically, in the industry. RobertKellyLive.com. Go check him the fuck out.
All right, check it out. Make sure Toronto, just for laughs. I don't know where I don't know where I'm playing. I don't know. It's not done yet. Okay, the shows are available. I am playing up there. So if you live in Toronto, I want to pack these places out. So make sure you fucking go to the website JFL42 and check it out and email them, request information, blah 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 blah. All right. So you guys are the best. Thanks for listening to the You Know What, dude.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs. riotcast.com for all of the best podcasts on the internet. And they are all free.